Warning! The Stone Age Gamer podcast includes a lot of bad language. Cover your motherfucking ears.
Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer podcast. I'm Chris Ryan and joining me tonight is pizza lover Dan Randazzo.
Good evening. Yes. Bully. Or something. I do fucking really love pizza. Jersey pizza's the best. I said it. I stand by what I said.
But do you crush it with a pogo stick? It's time for the Alphabet Soup-er Seires.
You don't?
It was my pick for the letter Y, and I went with Yo Noid for the NES. Oh, and there was a completely unhinged Nintendo Direct that was a freaking hour long. Why don't more games have weird pizza betting games at the end of it? pizza beating games, too.
Pizza beating! I'll beat your pizza.
Prepare your wallets for a real bad time, Nintendo fans, because the Stone Age Gamer podcast starts now.
Oh boy, it's going to be that kind of show, huh?
Hi, everyone. This is episode 584. I didn't even put
my dick in the mashed potatoes. Well, sorry.
The week of September 12th, 2025. I'm just going to bulldoze right through this. And welcome. For anyone new here, this is the official podcast of StoneAgeGamer.com. Dan and I talk every week about what's happening in the world of video games from a retro gamer's perspective, as well as whatever the hell else is going on in our lives. Speaking of which, we're going to do...
Yeah, there's no time for that.
There's no time. We're just going to do some business, because week-old news is enormous. Because not only do we have this hour-long Nintendo Direct that needs to be discussed...
It does.
There are things that have happened today that I have thoughts and opinions on. But there was also an Acclaim showcase and a ton of other, there was a bunch of other just actual news this week. This wasn't a light week that finished off with a crazy Nintendo Direct. Let's. What do you want to start with? Let's
Yo Noid.
I was going to say let's get our checkpoint out of the way.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Let's do that, because we don't have much to talk about as far as the checkpoint. Why don't you go first? What have you done this week that's video game related that needs to be discussed?
Checkpoint!
I mean, damn near fucking nothing, because I found out that the family sharing for Silksong, while it does indeed work, you can only one person can be playing it at a time. So Penn is way further in Silksong than I am, because she gets home from school before I get home from work. And I'm never going to be that, the dad that comes home and I'm like, get off my fucking game. So, because it's not like I don't have 6 million other things to play. So I have not played nearly as much Silksong as I have liked. And I've also considered, Chris, and I don't know if this makes me a bad person, but I have considered playing a modded version of it. There's a bunch of mods out there, and I don't want to do any of the mods to make the game easier. But I'm thinking about trying to play the mod where your position on the map is always shown.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
And if I do that, I feel like I want to start over, because I'm only an hour and a half, 2 hours into the game, so I don't mind starting over. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I don't know. Is that cheating? Does it not count if I do that?
I mean, I don't think it cares. I mean, I don't think I care.
Well, then that's all I care about, is whether or not you care. Because, look, I don't give a shit. I'm just being kind of a dick. I don't fucking care if anybody cares. I adore Silksong. It's very tough. I don't think it's cheap. It's hard. I think it's hard but fair. I think...
Clearly you haven't been to the bench in Hunter's March yet.
No, I don't think I have.
You would know if you did.
Okay. I've taken down 4 or 5 bosses at this point. There's some bullshit in the game. There is some stuff that I think is unnecessarily more difficult than it needs to be. That being said, I still find the map to be atrocious.
It's not great. Honestly, if I could just see where I am on the map without having to have that be my one item that I have available to me, I would be fine. I would be just fine. This map is really all I actually need, as long as I could do that. But I can't. I can't have other things equipped that can help me out with the game while the map is there. I just that's unavailable to me, and that's really frustrating because those other things would mitigate. See, I agree with you. I was talking last week how I didn't find the game super hard yet, and I didn't. I found it challenging, but not like so obscenely
not
difficult.
Unfair. Yeah.
I got to a spot that I feel is pretty unfair, and it's partially because I'm somewhere where I'm not really supposed to be, quote unquote.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
You get to a spot in the game where I think it's in the marrow, and you can either continue to go down, and head down to, I think, Weave Nest, Moss Grotto, kind of that general vicinity.
Yeah.
But instead, I went to the right because you had the opportunity to go to the right, and that brings you to this area with all these red spikes called Hunter's March. Now, the spikes
is that past the fire? Like you get the fire protection from? I mean, spoilers. From the fucking the Forge daughter or daughter of the Forge, whatever that big bug is.
No, this is not past that. So I don't have most of the things that make things tolerable right now. So I'm in this area, and so
get out of that area.
Well, that's the thing. The area is just enough that it's like, oh, I can do this. So like I used you can't bounce off the spikes themselves because they're thorns, right? You can bounce off hard spikes, but you can't bounce off thorns. And
right.
So, but you have to bounce off all these red flowers. And because I don't have the thing that makes you just swipe downward like in the original Hollow Knight yet, I still have that downward diagonal thrust, which makes it very difficult. And the enemies in this area are pretty freaking tough. At least the first time you get to them, they're these ant creatures, and it's pretty hard to get through them without once you know their patterns, it's not so bad. But before you figured them out, they're pretty rough, and there's no fucking benches in Hunter's March. It's just it's a really difficult gauntlet before you get to this one boss room. And it's like a boss rush. And I tell you, I wasn't overly thrilled with the first time I got to this. I thought that it was it's very chaotic. The map person, that bug that gives you the map, shows up and just starts after you beat like the first thing that you're fighting against. I don't know, they show up and start bouncing around and throwing shit around the room. I thought they were trying to attack me because everything's trying to kill you in this game.
Sure.
So it's that, and then there's these other things floating around in the room. It's very chaotic and very difficult to follow what's going on. After dying there a bunch of times, I said, all right, I've stopped having fun. It's time to go to bed. Went to bed, looked it up the next morning, and immediately found that room, and lots of YouTube comments complaining about how hard it was. But then also, I saw that character is there to help you, not to hurt you. So I'm trying to attack this person. Like, is this some sort of Proto Man style testing my my might kind of a thing? But it's not. They're there to help.
Is it like Hornet in the fucking first one? Like, do I got to fight this bitch?
Exactly. That's what I thought was happening, but that's not what was happening. So I went back, re-energized, like, okay, ignore that and just focus on what's in front of you. But even that is really fucking chaotic because there's like a dude that's floating around up top, chucking all these projectiles at you while this bug lady is jumping all over the screen, throwing these little rings that bounce around the stage. So even though they're not attacking you, they're extremely distracting. And that's on top of yet another bug dude at the bottom that's like attacking you full on while you're trying to dodge these other things. It's obscenely difficult. I then learned that there is nothing to be gained by going through this room. Not only will I, after I get through this, there's no new lore, there's no new items, and it's just going to bring me to other areas I don't have abilities to get through yet. So it is a complete waste of my time. But then I found out that there is a bench in this area. And when you sit on it, a trap activates and fucking kills you.
That's not nice.
There's nothing telegraphing this. If you sit on it and you see that you shift a little bit, if your reflexes are so fast and you're on edge, you can pull off getting off the bench before this thing swings down and fucking murders you. But by the time you get there, you are so on edge because this area is so different. It's like, oh, thank fucking God, a bench. And you sit on it. And by the time you realize what happens, it has swiped down to kill you. Now, there is a room next to it where you can deactivate the trap. It's like a hidden wall on the left side of it. You can go past it, deactivate the trap, then it becomes a normal bench. But the first time you get there, it's probably going to fucking kill you. See, now, I know about this because thank you, YouTube, and the interesting things of this game. I don't know if that's brilliant or just too fucking mean.
Both?
It really is.
I think
it's both.
Because it's a very old school game in that way. Like, and Hollow Knight was the same way. Like, I think a lot of us have forgotten how hard Hollow Knight is. Hollow Knight is a hard fucking game.
It's
hard.
Easy. It is not easy.
It's a hard game.
That's
and
why
it is
I didn't
very
do
much
any of the post-game stuff. I got one ending, and that was enough for me.
It's very much of the, like, you're gonna die playing through this game. Like, that's rather the point of it, is learn a little bit more, get killed, come back, learn a little bit more, figure out a little bit more of the pattern, the progression, the thing. Like, that's the gameplay loop. Like,
and it's really fun. It's so well designed.
It is really fun, and it controls really well, and it animates really well, and it's gorgeous, and it sounds amazing, and all of those things. The map system I find just inexcusably mean.
Yeah, it's intolerable. The fact that you, like, if I had something equipped that could make things just that little teeny tiny bit more manageable, it would really change so much. And the fact that the map of all things is what's stopping you. And, like, I understand the mentality of, like, no, you should play this old school. You should be mapping this on pen and paper while you're doing this. You should be You should be able to look at this map like we used to look at maps before GPS was a thing. And it's like, okay,
but I can't anymore.
I can't.
I've lost that ability. It's gone now. And I know, like,
it's not that it's not that I can't anymore. I never could. I've never been good at that.
Yeah.
I've never been good at looking at a map and being like, I can tell where I am based on what this looks like. That's never been something that
spatial reasoning of it. Yeah.
In The Legend of Zelda and Kid Icarus for NES, you would just get items that let you do that, but they weren't equipable. They were just there. Mm-hmm. You go to a dungeon, you get the map. Okay, that's cool. I can see what things are shaped like now, but I got to find the compass. And once I find the compass, then I can see where I am, right? It's this huge relief. Now, if this was a similar system where, like, each area you had to get a compass or something that would let you do that, that would be a different situation entirely, because it wouldn't be taking up my one inventory slot.
Yeah.
But that's not how this works. It's kind of a dick move.
It's kind of a dick move. I just hate it. It takes a full point away from Hollow Knight for me. If that map system were different, I think Hollow Knight is perfect. I do. But it takes a full fucking point. I hate it that much. So that, short story long, that's kind of where I am with Silk Song. Penn has played it most of the week. And I've been helping her out with different sections. She's like, Dad, this is too hard. Can you come, help me with this or whatever? But she's made incredible progress through it, and she loves it and all of that. And I'm sitting here like, maybe I'm going to put the fucking mod in where I can just put the fucking map on all the time. The other thing we played that I've also been helping Penn with, Roddy really hasn't been playing anything other than this weird, like, Roblox thing that he keeps talking to me about. Or not, it's not Roblox, it's some weird Sonic fucking fighting game. I don't know, he doesn't need help with shit. Penn has been playing through after we finished Bonanza. She's also been playing through the original Donkey Kong Country. And and there have been a couple areas where she's been like, I'm just stuck on this jump or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, give it to me, you know. And then it takes me a second or two for like the fucking reflexes to kick in. But then I just kind of get through, and she's like, how the fuck did you get through? I was like, well, you roll, and then you jump. She's like, oh, do you? It's like, yes, you can fucking roll and have momentum just like in Bonanza. Like, okay, all right, kid.
It was in the instruction manual, which you.
It is, I know, which we don't have because it's Nintendo Switch Online. Other than that, just like pad and. Yeah, it's been a busier week than I would have liked it to be. So like pad and snap is like kind of the maintenance things. Still continuing with those on the reg, as it were. I've been doing a lot of work for work at home this week. And I've never been a Rolling Stones fan, Chris. I do not like the Rolling Stones. Okay. Except for the few Rolling Stones songs that I like, I fucking love.
I think I'm right with you on that. There are a couple of songs by them that I genuinely love.
She's a Rainbow, Painted Black, yeah. Time Is on My Side. You can't always get what you want. Like there are those. I love those songs. So as I've been working on stuff down in the office here, I've gone back to listen. I've started listening through the Rolling Stones discography and making a playlist of the songs like as they come up per album. And I am currently on Out of Our Heads, which is like the fourth record I think that was released in the States. It was released in 1965. And so far, out of like 4 or 5 records of full Rolling Stones, like the whole thing, I have 2 songs on my playlist so far. So I have not been incorrect in my like, I don't think I like the Rolling Stones. And maybe it'll get better because I find them to be such an interesting, hugely influential, important band that I just don't care for. So I've spent time trying to fix that. And the only other thing that I played was I spent a frustrating amount of time on Yo Noid.
Right. We'll get to that bit.
Which we will get to.
Yes, we will. Well, yeah, so I did obviously a little bit of Silksong earlier in the week, and then dropped everything once Dunkadillo came out. And which I have to say was just the most wonderful distraction after the very serious, very, very beautiful, very meticulously designed Silksong. Going to Dunkadillo, just some good old-fashioned classic Thomas K. Young nonsense. Yeah. It's really good. It's very short, which doesn't surprise me considering that Be Brave Barb just came out earlier this year. But it's a great concept. I do wish there was like a bit more
2 hours, 3 hours?
I can actually tell you. Let's see. How much did I spend on this game? Let's go to the Parental Controls app. Let's see here.
Because based on your recommendations of his other games, I went to pick it up earlier this week, and then I saw that it was $10, and then I saw you were like, all right, I'm already done, and I was like, I don't know that I'm going to drop $10 on that right now.
It was, let's see, it came out Tuesday, so I put in about an hour on Tuesday, like 40 minutes on Tuesday. Yeah, so it's like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on. I mean, I think it might take you a tiny bit longer because you're not as familiar with his tropes. Like,
sure,
this is very similar level design to Dadish and Be Brave Barb. So, like, there were things in there like, I know exactly how to maneuver this. I know what's coming, but
I know where we're going. Yeah,
but I tell you, it was very charming. It was a lot easier to tell where you are in space. Like Be Brave Barb, my big complaint with that one was that it was at an angle. So it's completely 2D, but it's the whole camera is like kind of at a slightly turned angle, which made it really difficult to tell where you were when you were trying to jump over certain things from certain angles. Whereas this one is straight on, and that works so much better. The only problem I had was not recognizing that how different the physics are. Because I kept missing jumps that seemed like super obvious, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized it's because your character controls more like a basketball than like Dadish does. Like, you don't have that same degree of midair control. It kind of works with this, like, almost like you're controlling a ball sort of mentality. So once I got a grip on that, it was kind of pretty straightforward. My only real gripe about it is that it doesn't have any writing. Like, one of the things I love so much about Tom Young's games is the writing, right? Like, that is
right, because they're very funny and
hysterical,
cheeky and all of that. Yeah,
this one is just straightforward. There's no writing in it at all. It's just, this is what's happening, and you're an armadillo. Your friend Fish. You're an armadillo named Dill, and your fish friend named Pickle got stolen by a giant kraken.
Yep,
and then you have to go get him. That's the game, and it's very silly. And the collectible in this game, like, instead of stars or whatever, the pages of affirmation, the pages of your affirmation notebook from Be Brave Barb or whatever. This one's a series of trading cards. And God, I wish you could look at them. You can only see them when you beat the stage and you get a trading card. And they're trading cards of all the various characters throughout all of Tom Young's games, from like Volcano and Dadish and Be Brave Barb and Super Faust, and the different enemies. And, like, some of the names were slightly unexpected to me. Like, because I thought I knew some of the names of these guys, but the names were slightly different. And then I beat the game, and in the credits, he said all the enemy names were by his 4-year-old son. Like, I mean, that's great. Fucking great. There was an enemy hot dog, and that just said "not hot dog." It's like, I don't know what that means, but it's hilarious. Oh, it was by a 4-year-old. That's amazing. So
makes way more sense now.
Just the biggest of thumbs up. That game was such a wonderful breath of fresh air. So, I mean, I definitely got $10 worth of joy out of it. It was super short, but I'm definitely going to play it again. I chatted with him briefly on Twitter that he doesn't have a Switch 2 dev kit, because I was asking if, like, there was any plans for an update to make it run better on Switch 2. And he said absolutely, as soon as he can get a Switch 2 dev kit, he would love to, because the game doesn't run flawlessly. I feel like it should, just like Be Brave Barb. It doesn't either, but it's like they're just, the frame rate's not 100% consistent, and it's kind of slightly disappointing. But, you know, he's going to update it once we get a Switch 2 dev kit out to the guy, so fingers crossed that happens sooner than later, because I will replay that and Be Brave Barb at 60 frames per second. But it was just a wonderful experience. It's been such a shit couple of years, and Tiff
and I were talking about this week, of this, like, movies and comic books and anime and video games, like, have prepared us for a very different end of days apocalypse than we are experiencing.
Yeah.
We are experiencing just the shittiest non-zombie hellfire alien nonsense fucking apocalypse that there ever possibly could be. And that is very upsetting.
This is some bullshit. But these little...
This is a shit apocalypse.
Dunkadillo was such a ray of sunshine in that. And not only that, but the music is so fun. The whole soundtrack is really, really upbeat and fun. And the theme song, in particular, I don't know if you saw the trailer for the game.
The Yo Dunkadillo?
That's the theme song when you start up the game. And it just plays over the title
that's
screen.
Good stuff.
And Ellie just jumps up and down and dances to it.
That's awesome.
I need to have this game's soundtrack, because I need that Dunkadillo song is just so good. It's so good. Oh,
that's great.
What a trip.
Love that.
All right. You know what I don't want to do is talk about Yo Noid.
Talk about Yo Noid.
But the only thing I want to do less than talk about Yo Noid is talk about Yo Noid later.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be behind schedule because we're talking about Yo Noid. Wow.
Yeah.
He just got a triple. Amazing. Sorry, watching the Phillies game.
No. How dare you?
Brandon Marsh just got a triple. Way to go, buddy.
So,
Anyways,
why did you pick
the
Yo
Alphabet
Noid,
Soup-er
Kris?
Series? Because there aren't a lot of great games that start with Y that jumped into my head.
That's fair.
Honestly,
That's fair.
Y is not as desolate as it seems.
It's not.
It's just that
none of the letters actually are.
Yeah,
like,
it's worse with
they're
movies,
really not.
I think.
Yes, much.
We're going to be watching Triple X Straight of the Union next month because
oh boy,
your X options are pretty limited.
Pretty limited. Yeah,
there's a bunch of X-Men movies, but outside of that, just not a ton. But hey,
and it would be weird if you guys were all watching like porn.
But does a lot of porn start with X, or is it just X-rated?
I don't know, actually.
I don't either.
I don't watch full movies. I'm not some sort of fucking deviant, Kris. Jesus.
I'm not here for the plot.
No, God.
No, I picked Yo
here
Noid
for the
because
plot, if you know what I'm
saying. It's a Capcom NES game, so I'm assuming a certain baseline level of quality, and in that I wasn't completely let down. There is a certain degree of quality to this, but it's one that I was always aware of, but never spent any time with. It just seemed like this was a great opportunity for me to finally do that, and that is what happened. I did spend time with Yo Noid, originally released for the NES in 1990. It is a reskinned version of a non-Noid flavored game in Japan called Kamen no Ninja
Shockingly enough.
Hanamaru. But what does shock me is that apparently they just reskinned it. They didn't really do anything else to the game, which I find remarkable because I have some very serious issues with Yo Noid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
this game
one-hit kills
is
no.
The
Stop
worst.
It with that. What are you doing?
It's the fucking worst.
If I didn't have save states, I wouldn't have played this for more than 5 minutes. I would have been like, no. Not unless you're paying.
Not
me,
even a
because
little bit.
This is. I just don't have the time for this. This is one-hit kills.
I don't have time to learn this game because it's not good. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's not good.
It's not good enough to be like, all right, one-hit kills like Silver Surfer is one-hit kills. That game's worth putting time into.
It is.
In my opinion.
It's not a masterpiece, but like you can mess around with it and be like, all right, this is cool enough that I can learn this thing. But like when you're playing Yo Noid and like you're getting through these relatively basic platformery kind of things and something hits you that didn't look like it was going to hit you, and now you've got to play that whole level over again from the jump.
Thing over.
It's like, I wasn't having so like when you're playing Silver Surfer, you're usually having fun before you die.
Yeah.
But when playing this game,
a lot of stuff going on, and it's like, cool,
can't say I was having enough fun bore I died that I don't mind playing this again. Because I very much do. I very much do mind
very much
playing this chunk again. It is not
I do not want to go through this level again. Even though, to be fair, there are some interesting levels.
There are. Oh, for sure.
There's some verticality and some interesting things going on.
Yeah.
But they're not.
You got to get
a lot of fun to go through.
Yeah, you've got to get through some things to get to them, too. My second note, the first note is one-hit kills can kiss my ass. But my second note is this pizza eating game sure takes for fucking ever.
Oh, boy, does it.
What is that about?
Boy, does it. So I'm curious as to what that is in
the Japanese game, right?
The original.
That's
what I'm
gonna try to look.
What
this up
is
right
that,
now.
and is it any more fun? Does it make any sort of sense to that story? I don't see how it could be fun because it is inherently unfun. It's just like a thing that happens, and I hate every second of it.
Yeah, like, okay, here's a number. Pick a bigger one. Unless you can't, I guess. What is there to this? Like, where did that at any point get fun?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
I did
so
not
in the
care
Japanese
for it.
one, let's see whose ninjutsu is stronger. It is exactly this. Oh. Hold on. No, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, it's the same.
I thought there was a degree of randomizing to it, but no, it's not. They changed them to pizza eating. It's like scrolls or swords or something, but it is still literally just pick a number bigger than the other guy, or don't.
Yeah,
and lose for reasons.
And it doesn't matter? Does it matter?
I don't think so. I couldn't tell. I'm sure there's some sort of consequence, but I simply cannot be arsed to find out. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Let's go through systematically and break this down proper as the audience not only expects from us, Chris, but they demands.
Damn it, I'll say it deserves. Honestly, they deserve it. Graphics. Out of 5.
Whoa, we're rating this already? I had more things to talk about.
Okay, all right. Okay. What else you got?
Well, so you get on a skateboard, and the skateboard...
that does happen.
I couldn't figure out how... I still don't know exactly how to attack on the skateboard, because it seems like you should be able to just jump on top of bad guys, but you can't. So I thought, well, maybe it depends on how fast I'm going. No, not really. I still don't understand what exactly the physics are for the skateboard, but it was an interesting idea.
Yeah.
However, I wrote. No, go ahead.
No, I think you hit with the wheels.
Right.
I got to the skateboard level and stopped.
So then I tried doing that, and it wouldn't fucking work. Not reliably.
That's where I stopped, and then watched a YouTube playthrough of the rest of it because I spent way longer on this game this week than I really should have.
I got a little farther than that.
There were
but
Rolling
again,
Stones records to listen to.
I was abusing the fuck out of save states. I got a little farther than that before I YouTubed the rest of it. I just wrote down, attacking with a skateboard doesn't make any sense. I hate this.
I just, at that point, I was having so little fun with it that I couldn't imagine getting through any more of it.
Right. Just so you know, I brought up that YouTube video a couple minutes ago, like to figure out the what the mini game looked like in the Japanese version. It just stopped right now.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
That's how long that stupid fucking thing goes on.
Yeah,
and you have to do it all the time. You have to do it every fucking
thing, every level.
Why?
It's so annoying.
The pizza pogo stick thing's pretty interesting. Again, it's not necessarily what I would call fun, but it's not terrible. But why are the balloons enemies? Because that really pissed me off.
Well, I mean, fuck balloons, honestly.
They
could just pop at any time and give you a bit of fright.
I'm coming off of Be Brave Barb, where balloons, like Dadish games, you bounce off of. Like, they're things that you bounce, they give you like an extra little jump. And that is not what happens in this game. And I was very upset about that fact. Let's see. I wrote after that one, the pizza eating contest just murder any momentum this game gets. Which is really, it's almost like you could almost forgive this game for some of what it does, except every time you think that you're going to give this game a little bit of grace, you get hit by one of these stupid mini games that take 5 minutes to get through. The propeller stage I thought was pretty neat. I like how you have this weird like thunder instant murder move. I mean, I'm sure
apparently that's one of the
manual.
Spells in the Japanese one.
Yeah,
there are like
and
3
in this game. They call
spells
them,
that you get.
They're probably still spells because why wouldn't the Noid
probably because why would you change
because the Noid is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
That's
yeesh.
Anyway, the main question here is Tingle a Noid?
Ooh, I hadn't considered. He might be.
I think Tingle might be annoyed.
He might be.
Anyway, all right. Now we can get back. Now we can get down to whatever that other nonsense. Let's grade this game. Let me bring up my friggin' spreadsheet and.
Okay.
Oh, where are we? Soup-er Seires. Me. Okay. Yo Noid. And also, how dare you, sully the word yo for me in a week when yo Dunkadillo has been just running through my head near constantly. Noid.
That's fair. It's fair. You fucking Noid ruining everything. Graphics. What you got?
Not bad. I mean, not holy crap, amazing, but pretty solid for an NES game.
I got a 2.5. Solidly middle of the road.
That's a little low. I mean, for NES games, I think it's pretty solid. The Noids, the sprites are big. They're all recognizable. The art direction comes through. There's some interesting effects going on with water and things like that. It's not, again, it's not. I'm not giving this a 5, but I think I was going to give it around a 3. I think a 2.5 is a little low, but I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, I think there's.
Yeah, I'll go with it. I'll go with you a 3. It's you've earned it an extra point.
A 3.5,
an extra half
is
a point.
Pushing it just because while the graphics themselves are doing a good job, the Noid as a character is fucking hideous. So
yeah, I mean it's supposed to be.
He is supposed to be, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't want to look at these graphics. So I feel like that kind
there's
of
some pop in. Or some flash and whatnot. There's some.
It can be a little sloppy. Yeah.
Some graphical limitations, But
all in all, for an NES game,
I'll go with a 3.
Does decent work.
What about sound? Sound effects and music.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll go 2.5, direct middle of the road on sound.
That's where I was on that one too. That's where I was. There, nothing in the game really stands out as either good or gratingly awful.
Exactly.
We've played some of these games where, the sound is just, oh my god, why the fuck is it making that noise over and over and over
please
again?
Stop.
Yeah.
Please
that
stop. Wasn't this.
No. But also nothing that I'm going to be oh, man, I got to listen to fucking... Man, when is I Am 8-Bit putting out the Yo Noid soundtrack? I'm not waiting. What about Control? He's fucking slippery, man.
Yeah, he's not great. I didn't take the controls. They're not, flat out broken, so I think I'm going to go with a
work.
2. It's not so bad as,
I'm sitting.
Yeah, a 2. It's pretty below... It's below what I would consider average... Which is, average what I would consider good. So it's a little bit below average, but not disastrously so.
Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to the to perhaps the most important one of these. The fun factor, Chris. Out of 5.
1.5?
I'm at a 1.
I'm going 1.5. This
I'm
is
at
about
1
as fun as
I
Ranger
didn't
X
finish
was.
it. Oh my god, I disagree with that so much more than... Where did I put Ranger X? I mean, I put it at 2. So I guess I don't disagree that fucking strongly, but...
Yeah, I gave Ranger X a 1.5.
Point feels pretty strong.
It's only by a half point. It's not my lowest score for fun factor, but it's, it wasn't so bad that I was this is just absolutely offensive, but it was pretty down there. I wasn't having a good time.
No. Not my lowest ranked game. Not my lowest ranked game. Pretty fucking close. There's only a couple below it, but boy, is Contra Legacy of War really doing some work bringing up the rear there.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's my lowest as well. Beating Eternal Champions by half a point, but still.
But it's a big half a point there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I am glad that you picked it. This is a game that I've always been curious about, right? Because it's such a weird thing that fucking happened. What a weird thing that happened.
Right?
That the
Noid in general
was popular enough to where somebody somewhere went, this won't be too much work to make it not worth it. And that while not a ringing endorsement, is not a mark against it either. They made a Yo Noid game. And when you think of mascot characters that could have a game, should have a game, whatever the fuck, you know, there might even be some podcasts and some articles on geekade.com about that kind of shit.
Maybe.
Yo Noid has one.
That does.
That's fucking wild. And I'm glad we experienced it.
Yeah, me too.
For better or worse.
All right, do you want to announce your Z?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Do we have any?
Ask, do you want to do your game first, or do you want to do the?
No. Keep it Noid focused.
All right.
Give me all the Noid all at once.
Let's see. We've got. Scroll back up here. I changed channels and it lost where I had scrolled to. So we've got a couple people seemed relatively excited for this in the first place. And then we've got the spectacular Chris Godby said, I don't know if I'll be able to get around to playing the game before the episode, but I did feel it was worth mentioning that I picked this up today. He picked up a plastic figurine of the Noid because those existed as well.
They did.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
It really was. The Noid was a
thing. It's weird.
Rumbleman said, I have thoughts after getting through this with heavy use of save states. Genix said, I made it to the third level before my game crashed. I might have had a Game Genie code on. Good call. Okay, Rumbleman.
Might have.
Here's my review. Yo Noid lures you into a false sense of security. You see the Capcom logo on the title screen and it gives you hope. Memories of Mega Man 2 and Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers come flooding back, and you brace yourself for another fun side-scrolling adventure with tight combat, tough but fair levels, creative bosses. Instead, what you get is a game plagued by cheap off-screen enemies that kill you in one hit, and quote-unquote boss fights that are nothing more than pizza-eating minigames. They are tedious exercises that somehow manage to be both mindless and punishing, thanks to an arbitrary timer that can boot you back into the one-hit kill purgatory if you glance away for even a second. The game's high points are the flying stages, which finally introduce some interesting mechanics, and a few neat graphical flourishes, like the first level's rising and falling water, but the enemies are bland, often poorly signposted, and occasionally misleading. Like the balloon that looks like a power-up, but is actually just another instant death trap. Thank you, Rumblemans! In the end, Yo Noid is arguably better than a game based on a fast food mascot has any right to be, but it still feels shallow, unfinished, and padded with cheap deaths rather than genuine gameplay. Couldn't agree more. Really,
ditto.
Good job. Let's see.
Damn good, very good, damn good job, Rumblemans.
Gerardo211 says, I still have my childhood copy, and I did not realize it was a Capcom game. P2Mc28 sent a picture of a sealed copy of Yo Noid selling somewhere for $499.95. Absolutely not.
No.
This is when I decided to delay it because last week was a shit show. Let's see. Ferg posted that maybe this is the place for it. When the Noid first came out, the Domino's in town had a 5-foot inflatable one in front of the store. It was not tied down well. I aided and abetted the noise kidnapping. My friend Kenny ran and grabbed him while we waited in the car. Yay?
Yes. Fuck yeah. Lift weights, make art, do crime. That's the fucking motto that we should all live for. That's the new slogan for the podcast. Lift weights, make art, do crime.
So we got a an outpouring of support for delaying the podcast for a week, and let's see. Then you teased that you were very excited for your Z pick, which I'm looking forward to finding out about. Let's see if we got any more actual. There's a bunch of guesses for your Z game.
Somebody did guess it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I will reveal that.
P2Mc28 said hitting game over on the first level twice. Okay, I get you. I see how it is. I don't know what all these guys have against moles, but it sure beats eating pizza. If you hit a lot of moles, I will teach you the shortest route.
Yeah, that's a little weird. There's a lot of moles in Japanese games.
Falling boxes level is maximum BS. This is all still P2Mc28. And then just a picture of the hee I creamed you in the mini game thing, and then I'm free. That was an experience, and apparently my game emulator decided to utterly crap out while I was typing this, and he posted a screenshot of his game just destroying itself.
Yeah.
I'll
with
post
a fucking
thoughts.
Pac-Man end screen.
I'll post thoughts later, but a word to the weary, save states, abuse the heck out of them. I'm glad I didn't find this physical when I was out hunting game Saturday. Yeah, no, don't. I mean, I was playing a physical, I was playing it on EverDrive, so I have the physical cartridge, but I played it on EverDrive so I could abuse save states.
Because you, sir, are an asshole.
I
mean, I love you, but god damn it.
What? Why not play it on an EverDrive?
No, having the physical cartridge is what makes you an asshole.
Oh, well, I guess that is true.
Yeah.
Genix said, my copy kept crashing just like that after stage 3 or 4. It was utterly frustrating. PeachMick28 said, I found out you can lose/die and have to do the platforming section over again if you wait too long first trying to get that screenshot. Holy crap. Let's see.
So if you lose the pizza eating contest, you go back into the bullshit, which is awful.
Scion Storm said, I'm not playing along, but I just wanted to say that I'd like to get Tony Chimmel to announce the Super Series the way he used to announce Edge's entrance. Dan will know what I mean.
I do.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because Tiff will come down and punch me. The Jose Canseco Executive Annex is not soundproofed. So... And I'm not Dean. So, that's more of a Dean thing. You should look it up. It's fun, Chris. The Rated R Superstar.
Okay.
Which is that is a good fucking nickname.
That's what I'm calling
Like,
Deadpool
not for nothing.
now.
Wrestling is really stupid, and that's kind of why I love it. But sometimes it's great. And when you get things like the Rated R Superstar, like, fuck, that's so good.
That is
so
pretty
good.
Pretty sexy. Well done.
Yeah.
Corrigan says, my thoughts on as far as I had the stomach to make it through Yo Noid. First impressions. A whole game looking at the Noid's dead eyes staring into the ether is going to be tough.
Yeah,
digging the music, though. First stage, at least, is a solid track. Did that fish just randomly jump up through the pier and kill me in one hit? And apparently one tiny drop of water will do the same. This is going to be one of those games, isn't it? Okay, this dead-eyed bastard dies way too easily. Time to find some Game Genie codes. No codes that are going to help me. Time to spam save states. This pizza eating contest is fine, I guess? I can see this wearing this really quickly, though. They're doing the ice world right in stage 2. That's a bold choice, Gotten. Okay, skateboarding section is kind of neat. Hey, I can kill enemies by jumping on them. Could I do that in the last 2 stages? Okay, you can sometimes kill them by jumping on them. Hitboxes are pretty sketchy. I would never make it past the first 30 seconds in this game if not for save states. Did anyone actually play this when they were making it? Oh, look, another pizza eating contest. I wanted to see the next section, but I really don't want to do this again. I think I'm done. I'm going to go watch a playthrough. All right. One positive is I did find it funny how he'd have that stupid smile on, then switch to a serious angry face when he attacked with the yo-yo or jumped the skateboard, then immediately back to the goofy-ass grin. What music I heard wasn't too shabby. Someone on the team put effort into this, at least.
Yeah.
I don't recommend this for the next 16-bit remake, okay? I'm just saying that out loud.
No.
We shouldn't do that.
Definitely not. We should definitely remake Chester the Cheetah instead. Because he's got a game too.
What is this? There's a PeachMick28 linked to a Google Doc. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is like a whole ass review. All right.
Do it.
By P2Mick28. Yo Noid for NES is not a very nice game. I knew I was in for a heck of a time when I got a game over continue screen before beating the first level. As I repeated this first level over and over and over, I noticed that, hey, the music's actually pretty good. Luckily, that continued through the entire playthrough. Unfortunately, that was the best part. To call the game hard isn't accurate. It's actually incredibly easy. Most enemies are effortlessly defeated, and if there's a lot going on, just activate your magic powers. Why does the Noid get various magic abilities from scrolls? And bam, the screen is cleared. Otherwise, just bop him with your yo-yo. I mean, you need to know where the enemy is in order to bop him, which you will, next time, of course, because how else were you going to learn there's a fish that jumps up right there? That's right, you remember it's there because it killed you when you thought you were jumping on the only safe spot and trying to see what comes next before brazenly charging ahead blindly. Stupid fish. These platforming sections aren't all there is, though. We've got platforming, but on a skateboard, platforming, but auto-scrolling, and Flappy Bird-style flying levels. But there's also the boss fights. Where
they are fucking Flappy Bird style.
They are. I wonder if this was the inspiration for Flappy Bird. Boss fights where you
they might have been.
Eat pizza at each other? Listen, I didn't read the manual, and I suspect it would have made this stupid part make a little more sense. I think the icons you collect in the levels are power-ups for the boss fights. But you and the boss, I guess one of the Noids you're chasing the whole game, just pick a number or card. If Anti-Noid picks a 2 randomly, then you can pick a 4 from your selection of cards. 4 minus 2 equals 2, you win, and gain 2 points. You have now used up that 4, but look, you each have a limited number of cards, and the win condition is get X number of points. There's no skill, and you'd have to try to lose. Use your cheaty cards to gain the advantage and just win. Cancel Bad Noid's big cards, and multiply your big cards. Nothing matters. Just make big numbers go bigger or smaller for Neganoid. If you do lose this stage, though, as I did while trying to set up a screen capture and timed out, you die and have to start the previous platforming level over. But that's not all.
Ouch.
There are apparently secret spots you can jump into for bonus levels. These take you to a whack-a-mole game where you need to smack some unique stage enemies as well as the titular mole to get enough points to just skip the rest of the level, I guess. Way better than doing the pizza boss fight. These were pretty strict, and I had to do them at least half a dozen times to figure out patterns to maximize points. Naturally, this meant abusing the absolute heck out of save states, which I was doing all the game anyway. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, back to business. There was actually a good part, though.
How dare you prick!
Some levels were Flappy Bird, and these levels didn't suck nearly as bad as literally everything else, except the music. It was just you, your magic attack, no yo-yo, and obstacles and enemies to avoid. I do need to point out that you needed to charge said magic attack by collecting scrolls, and different magic powers consume different amounts of your magic bar thing. I know there was like Earthquake and Ice, the difference being Earthquake only hits things on the ground, whereas Ice cleared the screen. Oh, and Black Noid that made you faster and jump higher. I only saw that in one level, but you had to find them by opening up big scrolls with your yo-yo instead of just grabbing them for magic power. So I may have missed some. Also, though, there was the power-up that makes you invincible. The places you found these were always a treat because it meant you could just skip through a huge chunk of the level, then move your save state up further, just as God intended. But as good as those Flappy Bird 7 out of 10 gameplay levels were, there were those delightful 3 out of 10 or worse levels. All right, this goes on for a little while longer, and we've got a lot to cover. Pizza Mc28, I greatly appreciate you sending that in. Let's see. Genix said, I really wanted to play this more, but my copy just kept crashing over and over. I also found it really annoying that if you messed up the pizza eating section, you had to do the stage all over again. I know that if you're collecting literally everything in the stage, you can get like multipliers like pepper and stuff for the pizza eating sections. So I spent way too much time trying to get literally everything, so I never had to do those sections again. I made it past the skateboarding level, and that pizza contest, and my game just locked up. After doing that twice, I had had enough. It's a mid-game, but I wouldn't mind playing it further if my copy didn't die. Chronodin said there could have been a decent game in there, but it fell victim to too many retro game cardinal sins. The amazing Chris Godby said, I played up to that skateboard levels pizza eating contest, then placed a Domino's order for full immersion. I'll play it more once I get back home with the food. And then he sent a picture at 7:39 p.m. The food has been acquired, but then I had to fight off this motherfucker when I got home. And he put his Noid figure on top of the pizza boxes. He said, I think it's a pretty solid platformer aside from the pizza eating contests, which I'd be okay with if they weren't required to progress in the game and if they were less frequent. And there you go. That's basically the feedback for Yo Noid. All right. There's a lot of feedback for this game. Well done, everybody.
It was a lot of feedback for this game, and I am hoping that we get a similar amount of feedback for the game that I have picked for the letter Z. And as I said, Kris, someone in the comments mentioned the game that it was. But before I tell you the name of the game, I would like you to do me a favor, if you would. I would like you to close your eyes. Okay. Are they closed?
Yes.
Okay, I would like everybody listening to close their eyes. And I would like you to imagine that you are standing in an open field west of a White House with a boarded front door. And that there is a small mailbox here. And that if you open the mailbox, the small mailbox reveals a leaflet. And if you read that leaflet, Kris, that leaflet will say, "Welcome to Zork."
Okay.
And we are going to fucking play Zork because I've never played through it.
I have not either.
I never have. I've gotten certain places in it, and it's going to be one of those ones where, like, you just play this where you can find it kind of thing. You know, Zork is not the original, but for most of us in pop culture and those sorts of things that matter if they do, Zork is the original text-based adventure game. And I really only care for the purposes of this about Zork 1. Zork was originally released as all 3 episodes together. Then when it came out for the PC in, I think, 81 or 82, it was split into 3 chapters. So the one that I would like us to focus on is Zork 1, The Great Underground Empire.
Okay. The original Zork from, was that 77?
77, 78? Yeah.
Moby Game says 77. There you go. All right.
77.
There it is. The original text adventure. Zork. Let's do this thing.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what people think because this will be so unlike anything we have ever done or discussed on this show in 10 fucking years.
I guess. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I'm really curious to see where that goes. You know?
Maybe
it's amazing.
It's an interesting choice.
Maybe it's terrible. We'll see.
Find out. Well, with that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about week-old news for the next, I don't know how long. It's going to be a while. Go listen to the
6.5 hours
podcast from geekade.com. Stick around.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andy. Neither of us are David Crane, but we are the hosts of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time.
That's our monthly Geekade Patreon exclusive podcast that covers movies that are cult classics, weird, or just sometimes laughably bad.
We ourselves have at least 2 of those qualities, so I guess it makes sense to hear what we think of those movies in retrospect.
You can hear all that and more by becoming a Geekade Patreon supporter.
And, as always, be kind, rewind.
Do you miss the days when you'd get a fresh issue of Nintendo Power in the mail every month? It was stacked with reviews, previews, and all manner of cool new stuff about the world of Nintendo, and it even came with a free poster. Well, you don't have to miss those days anymore because Nintendo Force is here. Functioning as a spiritual successor to Nintendo's classic magazine, Nintendo Force is staffed with top-notch writing talent, and me for some reason, to deliver fresh new reviews, previews, and more right to your door every other month. And yes, posters are still included, except ours are double-sided. So if you want the thrill of learning all about the world of Nintendo in physical format, head on over to NintendoForceMagazine.com and learn all about it. Nintendo Force Magazine, the force of Nintendo fans.
We are Safe at Home, the leading dog rescue in the heart of New Jersey. Are you searching for a loyal companion, a dog that will bring love and joy to your home? Look no further than Safe at Home. At Safe at Home, we believe in giving every dog a second chance. We rescue, rehabilitate, and find loving forever homes for dogs in need, right here in the Garden State. Our dogs are ready to make a lasting impact on your life. Each one has a unique story, a wagging tail, and an incredible capacity for love. When you adopt from Safe at Home, you're not just gaining a pet, you're becoming a part of our family. Our dedicated team ensures a seamless adoption process, providing ongoing support and guidance. With New Jersey's beautiful parks, beaches, and trails, you and your new furry friend will have endless opportunities for adventures and cherished memories. Safe at Home relies on the support of compassionate individuals like you. Your donations and volunteer work enable us to continue saving lives and finding forever homes for these amazing dogs. Join us in creating a safer, happier community for dogs in New Jersey. Together we can make a difference and give every dog the chance to feel safe at home. Visit our website or call us now to learn about how you can be a part of the Safe at Home mission. Safe at Home, because every dog deserves to be loved and protected. www.safeathomerescue.org.
Hi everyone, Kris here. Podcast listening is free, but podcast creation is not. That's why the Geekade Patreon exists. In an effort to help us pay the bills, we've got a Patreon page set up where you can gain access to our monthly podcast topic schedule, get early access to many of our shows, and more. If you'd like to help support Geekade and keep these shows running week after week, head over to the Geekade Patreon page, linked in the show notes of this very podcast. All right, everybody, we're back. We're doing this thing. I didn't write any commercials. I don't know what you just listened to, but I know that we are here to discuss week-old news. So that means that it is time for my favorite segment and your favorite segment, everybody's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for week-old news. Welcome to Week-Old News, where we talk about all the news that was new a week ago. Let us begin. Let us begin the onslaught.
So, I don't have a ton this week. Would you like me to start?
Yeah, let's knock yours out of the way. See if we've got any duplicates like we did last week, and then we'll cover. So we're gonna do your news, then we'll do my news, then we'll do the Activision thing, then we'll do Nintendo Direct. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yes.
What is your first story tonight, good sir?
Our friends over at Bleeding Cool would like me to remind everyone that I forgot the most important part during the checkpoint, which was to bring up the fact that I did force my children to sit down and watch Evil Dead 2 with me during the week, and they loved it exactly as much as I wanted them to. It went well, and that made me very happy. Beyond that, so our friends over at Bleeding Cool do report that Games Done Quick's Flame Fatales community, which is their ladies-focused Gaming Done Quick fundraising chapter, is currently streaming games and doing a whole bunch of things of women and non-binary gamers, speedrunning, raising money for charity, and they are currently raising money for the Malala Fund, which is an incredible organization. This will be going on until September 14th. So if you get this on Monday, you maybe have like 5 or 10 minutes to watch it. So, enjoy. I just think it's awesome that that's out there. I know some of these speedrunning things kind of get some shit sometimes, and I just thought that was cool to mention. Our friends over at Polygon report in just what a fucking story, what a headline. Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to cars, and it shouldn't be. That's really all I have to say about that. Yeah. Your next Xbox could cost tens of thousands of dollars because your next car could be an Xbox. Microsoft and LG Electronics announced Tuesday that Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to select internet-connected vehicles, meaning you could play Forza Horizon 5 and Gears of War Reloaded while on the road. So, here's a pro gamer move for everybody. Don't play video games and drive. And, what the fuck are we doing, Kris? Like, honestly, what the fuck are we doing?
I mean, like,
what are we doing?
If this is something for passengers, like in the back
sure,
seat of a minivan.
But how do you delineate that?
Yeah, I mean, like, it can't be available on the screen in the front of the car. It's got to be usable
that's the one.
On the screen in the back of the car. That's the only way to make this make sense.
Just what the actual fuck are we doing? We're a stupid country full of stupid people not actually being serious about anything. Our friends over at Toy Arc report that Storm Arena's line of action figures based on video games is expanding with the King of Fighters 98 Goro Daimon. It is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive in the US and is only $32 and comes with a ton of accessories and a stand and multiple heads, and it looks fucking awesome. If you are a fan of King of Fighters, it's really cool to be getting action figures based on that game that look really, really good. Kotaku reports the top 20 best-selling PlayStation games ever in the United States is a very, very sad list. I would like to share that list with you quickly. The number one selling game of all time is Grand Theft Auto 5, followed by Minecraft at number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas at number 4. Now, here's where we have to start counting. Okay? How many times I say these words? Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019 at number 5. Marvel's Spider-Man at number 6. Call of Duty Blops 3 at 7. Call of Duty Blops Cold War at 8. Grand Theft Auto Vice City at 9. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at 10. Call of Duty Blops 6 at 11. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. The Last of Us, God of War, Elder Scrolls, Call of Duty Blops at 16. Rainbow Six Siege. 18, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. 19, Call of Duty World War 2. 20, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. That is 9 of the top 20 best-selling PlayStation games of all time across all of their systems ever. 9 of them are Call of Duty games. And while some of those Call of Duty games are really good, most of them are Call of Duty games. And I don't think this list would be very different on the Xbox or PC either, which just makes me fucking sad.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the sad department. That was not a very interesting list to listen to. Although, you know...
No, right? PlayStation first party.
Of hearing you say Blops, but still. That was,
God, Blops 5!
As I have said before in the past, cod blops sounds like a fish disease.
It really does. It really does. It's fitting, Kris. It is fitting, Kris, that this week, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, a Bubsy collection has come out celebrating the 90s icon mascot just with a ton of fucking great games. It's fitting that happened this week as well, because the current health secretary of the United States of America, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., according to reports by literally everyone, but this one specifically from Kotaku, has commented that school shootings and video games are linked, because that hasn't been already debunked by literally fucking everyone. We're still talking about this as if it's an actual thing.
Well,
yeah, we don't need to say anything more.
You listen to the rest of what he has to say. So, yeah, this is pretty on brand.
Mm-hmm. Again, we're putting a video game system technically into the in-dash entertainment system of a car. We're saying that that's okay, but also that video games cause mass shoot. Like, we're not fucking serious, people. Finally, the last thing that I have, also reported by our friends across the pond at Bleeding Cool News, Skydance is reportedly eyeing Paramount and Warner Brothers a Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery merger. And the reason that matters for us in terms of this podcast is that Skydance, the company, is looking to acquire Warner Brothers Television, Warner Brothers Motion Picture, DC Studios, HBO, and HBO Max, including their international sports offerings, their tours, their retails experience, their studio production facilities in Burbank and Leavesden, and Warner Brothers Games. Now, why does that matter? Warner Brothers Games has some pretty big fucking titles attached to them. So, getting gobbled up by a global fucking conglomerate and continuing to condense everything into 2 or 3 companies, I think is a fucking terrible idea, but potentially that is on the table. So, yeah. That's what I got. Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but then...
I mean, Skydance is fine for what they are. Skydance, oh, God. They already have some video game stuff going on. Oh, God. I forget 100%. It doesn't matter. It's just another company using or just acquiring shit. And I fucking hate that. I hate it.
Me too.
Let's see. Yeah. Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. They do the Skybound Entertainment games, some of those. There's apparently a Foundation game coming out later. Or that was supposed to come. No, that did come out. No. To be announced. Sorry. Behemoth came out. Arashi, Castles of Sin. So, like, nothing crazy. You know, a couple Oculus things, a couple VR things. So we'll see. We'll see.
We sure will. Because how could we not?
Yeah. They've done some cool movies. You know? Spy Kids Armageddon. No, like they do Mission Impossible. They do the Transformers movies, Top Gun Maverick, like stuff like that. So, Terminator, Dark Fate, those kinds of things. You know, they're a big, stupid, explodey studio. We'll see how it goes.
I hope they don't explode.
I mean,
all right. Looks like we didn't do a whole lot of crossover here. So, first up, this is a sad piece of news for me. Time Extension reports the composer of Gimmick has passed away at the age of 62.
Too fucking young.
Broke the news of Masashi Kageyama's passing earlier today. He passed away at the age of 62 following a battle with stomach cancer.
Yep. Too fucking young,
very
man.
Unfortunate.
Fuck cancer.
Too young and, you know, responsible for some very beautiful music. That's
yes.
Sad. Nintendo Life reports Panzer Dragoon... Jesus Christ. Panzer Dragoon's Y remake resurfaces will be playable at TGS 2025. You know, only 7 years after its announcement.
Yeah, I mean...
So, let's see. The first Panzer Dragoon remake was... fine. Look, I love Panzer Dragoon. And when they said they were going to remake Panzer Dragoon, I thought... fucking
all right, let's do it. Perfect.
And then they did, and it was just kind of there. It was, I wouldn't even say fine. I would say fine, like with a question mark, and you're like kind of squinty eyes. You know, like it was gameplay wise, it was still Panzer Dragoon, and the graphics were updated to like, let's say, less than impressive PS2 game graphics. Panzer Dragoon is a pretty great game. Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei is an amazing game. So, them redoing that game with the same level of enthusiasm does not bring me a lot of excitement and joy. These screenshots aren't exactly filling me with hope.
No,
it's going to be anything more than that. It does look like it's just going to be more of that kind of like pretty low interest, low rent. I don't want to say low effort, but it does seem low effort to me. I don't know. This series deserves so much better. This series,
I would agree with that.
Is outstanding. It's important. It is artistically really, really interesting, and it deserves way better than what Forever Entertainment did to the first game and is apparently doing to the second game. They look like shovelware. They don't look as good as Panzer Dragoon Orta.
Right.
I think that's the biggest, that is the most damning statement that I can say about them. This the 2020 and 2025 Panzer Dragoon remakes on modern platforms don't look as good as the Xbox game. The original Xbox game.
Which is not what you want.
No, that's that's not cool. I'm not okay with that.
It's not great.
Something I am okay with, Nintendo Life reports Ninja Gaiden Ragebound patch adds 60 FPS mode, but there's a catch. The catch is that the 60 FPS mode is for Switch 2. So Ninja Gaiden Ragebound got a D1 major update live now on all consoles. So let's see, we've got what are the other fixes? Give me 1 second to open up this tweet here. Restart from checkpoint option added. Hard mode can be unlocked by winning the duel against Ryu. Why am I singing the Pokemon theme? Alright, so we've got new dialogues have been added, bunch of bug fixes. Really the major thing here, the major thing is that you can undo the frame cap at 30. Like, the frame cap can be taken off, and if you play this on Switch 2, it should run at a solid 60. I haven't seen...
which is great.
Yeah, that's great. I haven't seen gameplay yet, but I also haven't played the game yet, because my freaking copy has not shown up at Best Buy yet, even though I pre-ordered it, and it came out today.
Yeah, and I simply stopped at GameStop and bought it for PS5 on the way home. I also haven't played it yet, because I just didn't have time.
Yeah, I'm only mad on
But
principle.
I did just buy it. Yeah.
I have so much else to do. It's not like I had a single moment that I could have spent playing that game today.
No.
However, I did pre-order it, so I probably should have gotten it today. And yet, I did not. And I am not pleased with that outcome. But I am very pleased that when I do play it on my Switch 2, I'll be able to play it at 60 FPS, because that was something that was somewhat bothersome to me. And now it doesn't have to be. Go Nintendo reports, Nintendo powers Kris Houlihan mystery potentially solved in new mini-doc. I have not watched this yet. I really want to. So, according to the article here, if you're reading this, you're probably a pretty knowledgeable Nintendo fan. That means you've likely heard at least a little bit about the Nintendo Power Kris Houlihan Legend of Zelda mystery. If not, we'll give you an incredibly quick rundown to set up for some new discoveries that just surfaced. Kris Houlihan was the supposed winner of a Nintendo Power contest that resulted in Chris's name being hidden in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. We've known for years now that the hidden room in A Link to the Past was the real deal, as you can fire up the game right now and go see it for yourself. It's the identity of Kris himself that became a much bigger legend. For decades, diehard Nintendo fans have been trying to figure out just who Kris Houlihan is. Was he actually someone who won a Nintendo Power contest to get his name in a game? Why didn't Nintendo Power ever reveal the contest winner? How is it that we haven't heard from Kris Houlihan in all these years following this contest? So many questions for so long, but now we finally have some answers. The mini documentary linked above dives deep into the Kris Houlihan mystery to finally get some answers, and answers are what we get. Instead of ruining the fun, give the documentary a watch to see all the wild twists and turns that happen. If you'd rather not watch and you just want everything spoiled, you can see a breakdown after the jump. So I'm not gonna. I guess I don't know. This really
spoil it.
Breaks down everything here. I don't read this whole thing because I'll be here for a while. It really breaks down everything. But it looks like Chris's dad won the FF1 War Mech contest and put his son's name instead of his. Nintendo Power Editor writes back many months later in 1991 to Kris, apologizing for the delay in getting back to them and indicating Chris's name was indeed put into the game. Kris in Nintendo World Cup on Game Boy, released in June 1991, but noted they wanted to put him in another game, providing multiple options, including the then unnamed Zelda 3. And it just keeps going on from there. This is all very interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this. So
yeah, that's wild.
The video appears to just be called Kris Houlihan is Real. It is on the Kevin Hainline. I'm unfamiliar with this person, but it's got 31,000 views from 2 days ago. But Kevin Hainline's YouTube channel, the video is called Kris Houlihan is Real. I am super excited to watch that at some point in the not-too-distant future.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. This one is kind of sort of related to some stuff that we'll be talking about in the in our Nintendo Direct recap here. But I will just note that Go Nintendo reports that Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy is officially confirmed for Switch 2. So all 3 games will make it to Switch 2. Hooray!
That's great.
Weirdly not in the Nintendo Direct, Pure Xbox reports 7 Mega Man games are headed to Xbox, a new Star Force Legacy collection. It's not just Xbox, it's coming to everything. But
yeah.
Mega Man
that was a little
Star
weird
Force
that wasn't
Legacy
there.
collection with big old trailer was announced during the Nintendo Direct, but not during the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
What? That's
I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, last but not least, this one was one of the interesting story that hit this week. IGN reports Nintendo should never have received controversial summon character and let it fight Pokemon patent, IP lawyers say. So, Nintendo lawyers have been getting a little grimy. And
yeah, they've been fucking assholes.
This whole litigation
like, there's no grimy about it.
With Pal World has really been a situation, but as Games Fray pointed out, the patent, filed in 2023, ostensibly covers a technique that Pocket Pair tried to work around, but it also, quote, poses a fundamental threat to creativity and innovation in the games industry. It suggests that any game that makes use of the mechanics listed below could now potentially trigger an infringement lawsuit from Nintendo. 1. There must be a PC, console, or other computing device, and the game is stored on a drive or similar storage medium. 2. You can move a character in a virtual space. 3. You must be able to summon a character. They call it a sub-character, by which they mean it is not the player character, but, for example, a little monster such as a Pokemon that the player character has at their disposal. 4. Then the logic branches out, with items 4 and 5 being mutually exclusive scenarios before reuniting again in item 6. 5. This is about summoning the sub-character in a place where there already is another character that it will then, when instructed to do so, fight. 6. This alternative scenario is about summoning the sub-character at a position where there is no other character to fight immediately. And 7. This final step is about sending the sub-character in a direction and then letting an automatic battle ensue with another character. It is not clear whether this is even needed if one previously executed step 4, where the sub-character will basically be thrown at another character. Reaction to the patent is a mix of shock and concern about what it might mean not just for existing games that use similar mechanics, but for future titles. IP lawyers, too, have criticized the development. IP expert Florian Mueller took to social media to say Nintendo should never have received a summon character and let it fight patent in the first place, while video game patent lawyer Kirk Sigmund told PC Gamer these claims were in no way allowable.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's fucking wild.
I understand that Pal World went
indefensible.
Pal World went directly up against, like, these are dollar store Pokemon, and we gave them guns. That's how we're selling this game. But so what? Yeah, exactly. So what?
What?
It is a different enough experience that it's not immediately confusable for Pokemon, but trying to copyright summoning and battling things, no, don't know.
No, like,
Digimon's existed for ages. Come on now. Like, what are you doing, guys?
Well, but like, does that mean that summon spells in Final Fantasy are copyright infringement now?
Beats the fuck out of me. I don't know.
Does that mean that Monster Hunter is copyright infringement? Like, come on, man. That's fucking shitty. That's fucking shit. Like, how many people... Again, like, oh, man. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up a little bit. Except for us. Obviously, we have a podcast that we record. But, like, most everybody else needs to just shut the fuck up for a little while. Has Pow World in any way affected Pokemon? The answer is no. You don't actually need to think about it. You don't have to be like, well, maybe, or perhaps, or I guess I suppose it could. No, there's fucking lines outside of Target with motherfuckers buying Pokemon cards still. Like, we're through the fucking pandemic. Stop it. This is bullshit. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's a bad look. Stop it. Be more kind. Let people make fucking games. You monsters. That is a monstrous filing.
Yeah. I am not a fan
it's
of that.
It's monstrous. Like,
pocket
because
monstrous.
It's such pocket monstrous. It's so fucking open-ended. It's such a dangerous filing. Honestly, truly, like, just looking at the language of it, it is, and you'd like to be like, well, Nintendo would never. Yes, they would. They would. Of course they would. If they could. Fuck, man. That's not cool. I'm going to trademark ninja gameplay. Like, you can't fucking do that. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, you just can't do that. And what judge looks at that was... Yay, lifetime appointments.
All right. Well, it is time to move on to the next big thing. Acclaim is back. We mentioned that Acclaim had been back, but they just did their own little direct-a-mahoo thing called Play Acclaim. And I'm reminded of a Mystery Science Theater episode where they covered a movie called Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, which was just an absolute, an absolutely wretched film starring Raul Julia, where there were several scenes in the movie where characters were watching Casablanca. And
it's a great fucking movie.
Tom Servo
I don't know that
said,
it needs to be a movie about that, though.
Tom Servo very poignantly said, point of advice, never show a great movie in the middle of your shitty movie.
That's funny.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm
a good
not
line.
I'm not saying that the Play Acclaim showcase was shitty, but they kept showing footage of, like, the really good stuff that used to be associated with Acclaim.
Yeah, it was weird.
In between footage of their new games, which do not look bad, but are nowhere even remotely similar to the same level of
not
pedigree.
Mortal Kombat. Like, let's fucking be honest.
Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam, and like they were the biggest of big hits. Like, they were huge. And we're talking about, like, here is a handful of relatively interesting looking indie games in between shots of, like, NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat. Like,
and The Simpsons and shit. Like, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. They showed off a couple things that looked pretty cool. Most of it was stuff I already knew about, though. Like, they're just now, I guess, the publisher. Like that toss down game where you're the delivery package guy and you're, like, running and jumping over cars and avoiding missiles and shit. Like, I think that one looks cool, but I saw that at one of the 6,000
the little indie showcase
summer
that went over the summer. So let's break these down in order because there wasn't that many games. Let's just go through it. The first one was a game called Grid Beat, which looks pretty interesting. You have to move a thing around on a grid to rhythm, and it's got a Tron looking look to it. I don't know. This looked pretty neat.
Could be cool. I mean, it's going to live and die on the soundtrack. obviously.
Exactly, yeah. If this has a cool soundtrack, it seems like a pretty neat gameplay conceit. It's giving me a little bit of Crypt of the Necrodancer vibes, but not like...
Yeah.
Not exactly the same, but kind of a similar concept of having to move around a grid-based thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked neat.
Basketball Classic. This is a terrible name.
Yeah, it's not a great name.
It just makes it sound like shovelware, and it doesn't look like shovelware. Like, the game itself looks like it could be kind of fun.
It's Tecmo Bowl. Like, that's what they made. They made Tecmo Bowl for basketball.
Yeah, which is weird that Tecmo Basketball was not like that, but...
Yeah,
it like seemed like it wants to try to pull on your heartstrings for stuff like NBA Jam or Arch Rivals, but it doesn't look anything like that. It does look like a really fun retro basketball game where the players are way too small for the court, which I think will have a very interesting effect on the gameplay.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Cool. Yeah. Ground Zero Hero.
This looks like
about it. Sure.
This looked like a million other roguelite kind of things.
Pixel Washer looked pretty cute.
Also,
you're a pig.
Did nothing for me.
With I don't know. I liked the notion of you being a pig running around with a power washer.
Sure,
fun.
I suppose that's fine. Yeah.
It's not something that I'm like, this is the next shit for me. But I looked at that and said, yeah, I'd play that. Sure, I'd give that. I'd give that a go if it showed up in front of me. There's a pig with a power washing gun cleaning a taco truck. Like that's cute. We've got Talaka, which is being described as a fast-paced, combat-centric roguelite that features hand-painted world and influences in Afro-Brazilian culture and folklore.
Which means that it's not going to have any negative reviews based on absolutely nothing lobbied at it. This is going to get as fair a shake as possible. This one I thought looked the most interesting. I had not seen anything about this before. I thought this looked cool. I thought it looked like it was really, really unfinished.
Yeah, it did look kind of rough.
And maybe should not have been shown off yet. But still, I think it looked pretty cool. Yeah.
I agree. I think it looked pretty cool. You already mentioned Toss Down. There was The Prisoning Fletcher's Quest. Yeah, it looked alright.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, fine. Hyper Yuki Snowboard Syndicate. Again, kind of looked like trick style combined with snowboarding. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if EA isn't going to make SSX tricky, then I will play it if somebody else does it.
Right.
I like that game.
And then finally, Katanaut. The final game of this. I'm getting this off from GameSpot. The final game of the Play Acclaim showcase was Katanaut, grim and bloody Metroidvania set within a derelict spaceship in the middle of nowhere. Players will battle horrific monsters as they try to escape their gruesome situation, all while running into other survivors and in some cases their cute pets. Katanaut is available now on PC.
I have played the demo for this already because it was at one of the Steam showcases. It was cool. It was definitely not ready to be played on a Steam Deck yet because there was just a lot of like remapping that needed to be done that I just couldn't be fucked with to do. But with proper console controls, I'm pretty excited about this one. But I was already excited about this one. Like, the only thing that was new that stood out here was that Talaka one. But this is a pretty solid lineup for Acclaim. Like, if you're coming back, you put some cool shit out into the world.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's not, it was definitely more fleshed out than, let's say, the Sunsoft one.
Yeah.
Not that the Sunsoft one was particularly bad, but it was neat to see this as fleshed out as it was. So, yeah.
However, we cannot hammer this home enough. None of those is Mortal Kombat. Like,
none of those
it's weird that you showed that. And none of those is NBA Jam. Like, hey, remember when we were fucking awesome? Here's a bunch of shit that doesn't look anything like that.
We are not the same company. We are the people who currently own this name.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move, Cotton. All right. Are we ready, or are we taking a break? Like, what's happening?
No. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna dive right the fuck in.
Right in.
I'm just gonna bring up the Nintendo Direct itself. So we got ourselves a beefy ass Nintendo Direct. Quite possibly the longest one there's been. It was an hour long of just unhinged, some amazing, some question marks. It was a lot. This was
some
This was an emotional roller coaster for me.
Fucking Tamagotchi life, yeah.
I don't know what to make of a lot of what we just saw, so we're gonna rip through it. We are gonna rip.
Let's
through
do it.
Let me just get the old Direct up here. Started at 9 a.m. So we kicked things off with a really neat looking Super Mario Brothers presentation. Like they're playing the classic music and they're showing this close-ups of all this amazing concept art, just high resolution scans of concept art from the entire series history. And I'm like, well, this is just off to a beautiful start. Super happy about this. They reveal the Super Mario Brothers 4D logo. Miyamoto's out there talking about how important the history of Mario is. There's a new Mario art gallery at the Nintendo Museum that I will never get to go to. Because international travel and life, everything around me in life is way too expensive.
Right, just the absolute everything, yeah.
The absolute everything is too expensive. So the thought of me trying to get to Japan in my lifetime is just not going to happen.
Like, come on. That's absurd.
Then they show off Super Nintendo World opening in Florida. I will never be able to afford to vacation for the rest of my life. So that's out. We've got Shigeru Miyamoto saying that the Nintendo is hosting the Kyoto Marathon, which is pretty cool. And then he said, so if you were thinking of running a marathon, why not see Kyoto when you do that? Because I can't afford to, Miyamoto. Because I can't afford dinner. I can't afford to you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to jog around Kyoto. But unfortunately, everything's too expensive. So, no, I won't be running in a Kyoto Marathon. But that's pretty cool that Nintendo's sponsoring that.
That is cool.
Yeah. Now, right after that, we get the first teaser trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Yeah, that's
great.
How
do you feel about this?
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think it's a little odd that we're jumping right to Galaxy, but,
I don't know that it makes a ton of sense to be going to outer space based on where we left the characters at the end of the first movie, but I enjoyed the first movie quite a bit.
As did I, and they did very specifically mention that.
Yes.
Like, that was a thing that they definitely teased in the first one, that I think they literally said the word other galaxies or something like that. Like, they were not
I thought it would
take
take us a little bit longer to get. I thought that was going to be like the third movie. Like,
exactly.
Now we're going to be in like a New Donk City kind of thing with the second movie, maybe, or like just some combination of the two. I don't know, but I mean, I am not sad that we're getting more of it.
Yeah, same here.
Because I did genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah, I rather enjoyed. No, the first movie's not high art, but it was pretty fun.
No,
and I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a very pretty movie, and I like the notion of. I love the notion of a Mario Galaxy movie. I also love the notion that there is some product to tie into it, which we'll get to in a second. But
yes,
that was I was surprised that we didn't do something more Super Mario Brothers 2. Like, I thought maybe we were going to be like... The first one paid a lot of homage to how North American audiences experience Super Mario Brothers, right? It references to the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, that kind of stuff. Like, it was very North American-centric. So I thought we would be seeing, like, Wart and Subcon in the second Super Mario movie, because... that's how North Americans experience Super Mario. But no, they were like, fuck it, we're going to space.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm very happy that the entire voice cast is back, because I thought they did a wonderful job. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'm sure it'll be great.
The composer is back. The composer did a marvelous job, and his one Donkey Kong scene was absolutely butchered by throwing in Take On Me instead of the music that he wrote for it, which was adaptations of various existing Donkey Kong themes. I hope that they learned that lesson. I really hope they learned that lesson. Like, they didn't need to do that.
I hope they double down and put in a different Aha song. I couldn't tell you another Aha song, but I hope they do indeed put in a different Aha song.
Wow.
They did have one other hit. I forget what it was, but anyway.
Anyways, Mario movie 2, and they said that's the Mario movie, the Mario Galaxy movie is the big thing of the Super Mario 40th anniversary. And I'm glad that they said that, because I wasn't really expecting a new big Mario game, because we just had Donkey Kong, and that's what the main team was working on. So I think we're a little too soon for a new proper 3D Mario game.
I agree. I did think with the sketchy nature of the opening, I thought they were going right into Mario Maker 3. That was like the vibe I got right from the beginning, and I was like, oh shit, are we doing... No, we're just talking about a thing I really don't care about because I'm not going to go see. Okay.
Right. So after that, we talked to Kris Meledandri, the guy from Illumination Studios.
Because I give a fuck about what that guy has to say.
Yeah, don't care.
Couldn't
care less. Although he did say something interesting. He said that while the Galaxy games are the core base of like what the concept is based on, there's a lot to the movie that's going to be for fans of the entire series. So, which makes me think that they're not... I have a theory based on that they are not specifically pulling, just adapting Mario Galaxy, because they could, theoretically, but my theory is that they are going to either incorporate, or the tease for the next movie is going to involve Tatanga and Sarasaland.
I love that.
They're going to go to space, and which is what a better place to introduce the alien Tatanga from Super Mario Land, and then we get Daisy and whatnot in the third movie. That's my theory right now.
Okay, I'm with you.
What the hell do I know?
Who do you want to voice Tatanga? I mean, other than Jack Black, obviously. All right, I'll do it. Tell Nintendo to call me.
Chris Pratt needs to do it.
That guy's in everything. I want Sam Jackson to voice Tatanga.
That's not bad. Okay, so next up, the next thing they announced was that we are getting... I have such mixed feelings on this. We're getting Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 released on the Switch. They look as beautiful as ever, because these games already looked fantastic on the Wii.
Yeah.
And finally seeing Galaxy 2 in HD is a thing of wonder. Mario 3D All-Stars was 5 years ago and was readily available for at least 2 years after it was announced that it was only going to be a limited edition thing, but it was still pretty readily available. It sold a buttload of copies. So the fact that they are repackaging the first Mario Galaxy instead of now this Galaxy and Galaxy 2 collection is $70.
It's
it's $70.
I don't like this.
I'm not saying that Mario Galaxy... These are two of the best 3D platformers ever made.
100%.
They're two of the most wondrous games that have been made by Nintendo. There's really high praise, but it's deserved. That said, it wasn't that long ago that Mario 3D All-Stars was regularly available. Now, you had an opportunity to, say, do Super Mario 3D All-Stars Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, which includes Super Mario Galaxy 2 and the other games that were on it. Like, you don't have to include 3D Land. You should, but you don't have to. That can be for another thing in the distant future. But if you just wanted to do what you were doing, like, here's a new version of this game, you can upgrade it to the Switch 2 version, just like they've done with the other ones. $20 will get you an upgraded version to the fancier stuff and your copy of Mario Galaxy 2. Instead, they're repackaging
that.
Galaxy
I would have bought.
I would have absolutely bought. I would have upgraded my copy, no question, because I have the physical.
I would have
copy
upgraded my digital. Yeah. I only have it digitally. Would have done it probably not day one, but probably would have gotten to it at some point, especially if it was Galaxy 2 and 3D World. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if they were
I'm into that.
3D
But
Land
$70 for this?
$70 for the game that I already have on the Switch. Now, they are selling them separately at $40 a piece, so if you buy the package, you're technically saving $10. I don't know if there's any sort of difference in this between this and what was on 3D All-Stars. I want to say there probably isn't, because this isn't just a Switch 2 game. It's for Switch and Switch 2. So Galaxy 1 looked amazing on that.
It did. It looked great. I would be shocked if they put more effort into this one and did not then highlight that in the Direct.
Exactly.
Now, it is Nintendo, and while I say I would be shocked, I wouldn't be like all the way shocked, because they're fucking Nintendo. They do weird shit.
They do. They will often... It is not uncommon for them to announce something that seems kind of okay, but actually has some really cool shit that they just didn't bother talking about. Like, that's not unheard of for this company. So
no, not even a little bit.
I don't know enough about it, but surface level, I'm thrilled. I will probably buy the digital version of Galaxy 2. I'm going to not be thrilled about it, but $40 is a worthwhile price to play through that game in HD. Like, it is.
Oh, for sure.
That game's amazing, and I would much rather do that than play through it on my Wii in standard definition with this is a better experience, a better way to experience one of the best games ever. So,
but it should also only be $20. So stop it.
Yeah, I don't.
And
should have.
I also say the same thing. I also say the same shit about all the PlayStation remakes before anybody gets their fucking panties in a.
And this is not even a remake.
Bunch.
It's just an HD remaster, right? This game didn't need a full remake. It's just an HD remaster of one game that's already on Switch. I don't understand this packaging. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either, especially because 3D All-Stars existed.
You should hate this, honestly. You should. Charging $70 for a thing that's fucking readily available is...
Well, half a thing is already readily available. Like, you can just buy Galaxy 2. It's too expensive.
Sure.
But it's also it's too expensive, but it's also kind of not, because if you didn't have this on Wii and you've never played this before, this is absolutely a $40 game. But
sure, but are you spending, because what is 3D All-Stars now?
3D All-Stars has started to go up in price.
Well, physically, yes. No. I'm talking digital. If I just go into the digital shop, what is
can't. It's not available.
Oh, that's
anymore.
right.
Remember,
okay.
It was temporarily. It was only temporary.
That's right. All right, I forgot about that part.
If it was, the 3D All-Stars was still readily available, I would be infuriated by this, but it's not. This is effectively replacing 3D All-Stars. Mario 64
I'm also infuriated
is on...
that 3D All-Stars isn't fucking readily available. That's stupid gatekeeping bullshit.
Yes, that was dumb.
I hate that
but
too.
Also, it was kind of a weird thing to begin with, because Mario 64 is on Nintendo Switch Online. Mario Sunshine is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. And now this is your way to get Mario Galaxy. So all three of those games that were in that collection are now available in this form. It's just weird. So the fact that those games are readily available and this is the way they're doing it is weird to me, but like maybe they should have done this in the first place instead of 3D All-Stars, because 3D All-Stars was such a weird package to begin with. Why just do Mario Galaxy 1? What was that about? That's so weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
The whole thing's strange. Any hoosers. Either way, I'm going to have a way to play Mario Galaxy 2 in high definition, and it's still astounding to me that the art direction in this game is so goddamn good that I'm looking at a Wii game that has not been geometrically updated at all. This is similar to like Metroid Prime Remastered, where you're looking at it like, what fucking wizardry went into this? Like, all they did was clean up what was there, and it's like, it doesn't look as good as Odyssey, obviously, but it's not as far off as you'd think. They really did a good job with this. These games are really good looking. Yeah. I'm very excited to play this game, play out Galaxy 2 again, because it was really damn good. Then during this, they mentioned that one thing that is coming to this is that the Rosalina stories are getting new pages, and that's kind of cool.
That is cool,
and it is getting a physical release. Again, $70. It's
that's a lot. It's too much. It's too much.
I'm seriously so conflicted because it is too much, but it's also not too much. There is $70 of game there easily. These are phenomenal games, and there's a ton of content in them. This is like just pound for pound. That's a really good value, but also it's $70.
They're old as fuck.
For two
like
old
the 20-year-old games. Yeah, like that's too much.
Like, all right, all right, I need to do a little quick math here. So let me look at Game Eye here. If I wanted to go out and buy a used Wii right now, I'm just looking for a regular ass white Wii console. Nothing else.
Why has it got to be white, Chris? Jesus fucking Christ!
All right, a regular loose white Wii system is $45. Okay, so we're at $45 to start. And I know this is theoretical, but let me write this down. So the console is $45. Now, let's go back, and how much is Mario Galaxy for GLAXY? The original Super Mario Galaxy, complete in box. Let's go loose, right? I mean, complete. Oh, it's the same price. Complete in box, Galaxy 1 is $14. Complete in box, Galaxy 2 is $20. So you could buy a Wii and Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for $79. So for $10 less, you can get this game, which is an enhanced version of those games, or you can get a whole ass game system and those two games for $10 more. That price differential shouldn't be that close. You know?
Nope. It's too much.
Shouldn't be that close. These games are, I just don't think these games are... Obviously, those games are actually worth more than that. Like, from a gameplay perspective, they're worth more than that. But
that's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about. It smells wrong, and I don't like it. This should have been a $40, $50 game. Like, if they put this out for $50, I wouldn't bat an eye. Like, $50 for two of the best games ever made? Absolutely. They put it out for $40, I'd be like, I don't know, peeing on the ceiling or something. I don't know. I'd be like, that's outstanding. But $70, it just feels like too much. I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
I shouldn't be allowed to talk. But then on top of that, right after that, we've got some physical stuff. There's a lot of physical stuff in this, which made me really happy, but also like kind of makes me understand a degree of frustration that Nintendo is probably having right now, because clearly this stuff's been in the works for a while, and now all of a sudden getting physical goods into the United States is a really expensive proposition, so they're probably not too happy with that. There are 2 brand new Mario Galaxy amiibo, and they're beautiful. It's Mario on a warp star and Rosalina in her chair reading to the Lumas. They're beautiful. They're $30 a piece because that's how much amiibo cost now. They were $12.99 when they launched back in the old days, and now they're $30 a piece, which is insane.
Which is way too fucking much for amiibo. Like,
absolutely
the price
insane.
of Marvel Legends is $27, which
are
is way too fucking much for Marvel Legends. But there is so much more thing in a Marvel Legend at a $3 less price point. Like, that is
bonkers.
It makes it really easy to hate Nintendo sometimes. It's just like, you guys just seem like price gouging twats. Fucking assholes.
You're pricing me out of my hobby, and I'm not thrilled about it. You know,
No,
we were just talking
don't
about
love
that
it.
stuff in the beginning. They're like, check it out. We got a big old theme park. We got come to Japan and check out the museum. Come run in the marathon.
Yeah.
Come on. You've got thousands upon thousands of dollars to do that. No, I don't.
We opened this shit up in Florida. I'm not going to fucking Florida.
I'm not going to Florida. No.
That piece of shit state isn't getting my fucking money. Fuck you.
Speaking of physical goods, the next thing they showed was that Rosalina's storybook is getting physically printed, which is, on one hand, really awesome, but also, like, right at the bottom of the screen, and they also said it, Rosalina's storybook does not include newly added pages from the Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 games. Well,
Which is so shitty. Why doesn't
not?
it? I thought the exact same thing. I was watching it. I was like, that's a fucking dick move.
You just said, like, oh, we've got new pages, and we're going to print out this book without the new pages. Wait, why? What are you doing? What are you doing?
So we can sell you another book later with more pages in it.
The special edition for the Super Mario Brothers 50th.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah, that was a dick move.
It's a couple of
Also a
pages.
dick
What's happening here?
Yeah.
What weird planning went into that makes that a necessity? I'm so confused.
Yeah, just
I'm not sad that it exists.
Wait a minute.
It's really neat, but yeah, like, come on,
just wait a minute.
Just wait a minute and put the new pages in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell me an unfinished
Yeah, assholes.
book? What's wrong with you? Stop that.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing that they announced, this made me so very happy. We've got Mario Tennis Fever. Boy, this looks nice. The grass.
That looked really
good.
fun. Yeah.
This looks great. Look, I really enjoyed Mario Tennis Aces. We had a lot of fun with Aces in this house. So I'm really excited about this one. The new racket thing that they've got going on looks really fun. That you can have these like weird special powers. You can like shrink the other person. You can it's got 30 different Fever rackets. So like I'm looking at just this picture here from the trailer, trying to identify what we've got. There's a bullet bill racket. We've seen that in use in the trailer where it turns your tennis ball into a bullet bill. There's the mini mushroom racket, which puts a bunch of mini mushrooms. This one we haven't seen in action. There's the green exclamation block, which is the Metal Mario from Mario 64.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
that's interesting.
That's very interesting. There's the weird cloud dude. There's a thwomp. There's what looks like a dry Bowser shell. I'm curious. I'm excited. This is some interesting stuff. There's a pokey one. I don't know, man. So look, I have every confidence that it's going to play very well because the last one did. I absolutely love that the talking flower from Mario Wonder is the commentator. I absolutely love that. He's got a little headset on and he's commentating the tennis matches. I fucking love that. Give me that all day long. I love that dumb flower. I love it so much. Just watching him waddle back and forth. So we've got, you've got your tournament mode. You've got this thing called Trial Towers, which looks really cool where you can, it's like a bunch of little challenges. There's this Waluigi pinball looking stage where Birdo's like bouncing around. You can hit freaking Wonder Flowers from Mario Wonder and make weird trippy effects happen like the hippos bouncing all over the place. This game looks really cool. It's got a story mode too. Which, I hate the baby characters.
Fucking babies. Like, god damn it. Why?
I don't know.
Stop
now
it.
we have Baby Waluigi, which is really fucking disturbing. I don't know what Nintendo's fascination with these baby characters is.
I don't get it.
But that said, it does look like a much more fully featured story mode than, because that was one of the weak things in Mario Tennis Aces was they were like, oh, we're finally getting a proper story mode, but it wasn't really. It kind of was, but it wasn't. This looks like a proper story mode, which could be cool. I don't like that it's babies, but it does look like it could be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm into this one.
I will never play that mode because it is babies.
Probably,
which makes me sad. Yeah.
But I will probably pick this one up because we definitely got our money's worth out of Aces. The kids had fun with that. We had fun playing with the kids. Pretty happy about it.
Yeah, it looks really fucking fun, man. It looks really fun. I was pretty happy about that one.
Next up, another one that made me so very happy, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which I kind of saw coming because when they were showing off the Switch 2 in the first place, they used Super Mario Bros. Wonder as a way of displaying the difference between 30 frames and 60 frames per second. So this isn't a huge surprise. This game was beautiful to begin with. It looks even better now. So what they showed off more was this Bella Bell Park thing, which is about a bunch of mini games that you can play, which all look really fun to me. I think we might be able to have some fun with it with the kids. I was thrilled that there's an entire Phanto-based minigame. Just to see Phanto back in action is really cool.
Yeah.
These look really silly, and they look like they kind of look like Mario Party style minigames without the board game. I'm very interested to see how much fun they are in person, because these do look like a really fun thing to play with friends or the kids. I hope that they actually are. I love seeing Phanto back. Phanto tag. Yeah,
that's
freaking
cool.
Phanto. That's wonderful. But what really excited me was the back half of this. There's this other mode where somebody puts down platforms. God, this game is so pretty. But then at the very end, they showed that there's new single-player content. The Koopa Kids have been added, which I'm really hoping means that we're going to get interesting boss battles, because one of the few drawbacks of Mario Wonder was that its boss battles were pretty lackluster. And adding new story content, count me in. Because that was the one thing that Mario Wonder was lacking was content,
right.
Boss battles and some more challenging later levels, and this looks like we're solving that problem. So far, was it the Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC is pretty solid. I think I would say it was about worth the $20. I'm not like absolutely worth $20. $20 was the absolute maximum that I felt comfortable paying. I don't regret my purchase at all.
Sure.
And if this content-wise is on par with what we got in the Kirby game, then yeah, I won't mind paying $20 for this at all. That sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah. I think it's really cool that they are adding some shit that looks intentional and not just kind of like, oh fuck, we showed it in the trailer shit. Which I kind of felt about one of the ones we're going to talk about in a minute, honestly.
Possibly. Let's see here. So yeah, Mario Brothers Wonder. This looks like a real good time. Oh god, and then the fucking flower. You can buy the flower. Yeah. And there's a little, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's a little tiny disclaimer at the bottom that says not an interactive product.
Yes, I did. So it's just going to say shit sometimes.
It just put it somewhere and it's going to randomly blurt shit out at you. What the fuck is wrong with you, Nintendo?
Fun? But also read the room, Nintendo.
You know this thing's
the world's
be like
kind of on fire
$60.
right now, and it's going to sell out.
There's no way this thing's going to be less than $50. There's no way it's less
it's going to be $100 easy. The fucking Alarmo's $100. It's a fucking alarm clock.
Yeah, but it's got a screen and does all kinds of wacky shit. This
go on Amazon. Go on Amazon. Find me a fucking alarm clock with a screen that does wacky shit for less than $30. I promise you can.
I'm sure I can. I'm just saying that's why Nintendo's charging what they're charging. I don't think they're going to charge $100 for something. You know what? Never mind. I take it back.
Yep. Take it back.
I take it back.
Everything you said back because you're going to talk about something that's $100 in a little bit.
Sure am.
This might be $150. It's going to fucking randomly talk at you, Kris.
I take it back. I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
Fuck me. So yeah, spring 2026. Talking Flower. And I also love that that's its name. They didn't give it any cutesy names.
No,
so
I do appreciate that. It is what it is.
So then we get the one properly new game that we're like new adventure game we're getting for Mario's anniversary.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It is weird.
Yoshi and the Encyclopedia Britannica. What was it? Yoshi and the something book. The
mysterious book.
Mysterious book. The magic book. I don't know.
The sexy book.
Looks cute.
But it's the adults only version.
I thought
this looked
but it's not
fine.
It definitely looks like it's aiming for a very young audience.
Yeah,
which
this
is not what I'm after. I really want Yoshi's Island. Like, Yoshi's Island was great. Yoshi's Woolly World is the closest I felt to a game that was worthy of following up that game. This could be very good. What we saw was very limited.
Sure.
I think the art direction's very interesting. It looks really nice in screenshots. It looks really interesting in motion. But, like, they spent so much time, like, look at these weird little flowers. They make other things sad. They absorb nutrients. They can break rocks. I figured that out in like 2 seconds. Like, I just looked at it and said, I can do this. And so it does seem like it's aiming for a very young audience. And if that's the case, then that is what it is. It's okay. Not everything has to be for me. But
no, that's fine. But the very young audience didn't buy your $600 system yet. Next year, this one just felt
coming out. It's coming out next year.
No, well, I know, but they won't buy it till next year. So, like, you got to let them get through Bonanza first.
The Mysterious Book, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
This one, this one didn't wow me.
It didn't wow me, but I wasn't upset about it. I was like, oh, that's neat. A new Yoshi game. I wish it looked more like Yoshi's Island, or it looked like it was something a little bit more action heavy, but I'm curious to find out more about it. It's an interesting concept. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know who's developing.
I mean, I honestly would have preferred a remake of Yoshi's Island.
Nah, Yoshi's Island is
like that.
That's perfect.
Yeah, sure, but like pretty it up a little bit more.
But also the Yoshi series has been extremely middling since Yoshi's Island. Like, Yoshi's Island is a fucking masterpiece, but everything after it has been like Yoshi's Island DS is not great. I don't care for Yoshi's Island DS. I think Yoshi's New Island was bland and uninspired. I really liked Woolly World, but Yoshi's Story for N64 is not the game I wanted it to be. The Yoshi games haven't been very good, except the very first one. So, whatever. I'm moving right along. Now we get to the Nintendo Direct proper. So that's all the Mario Anniversary stuff. It was about 20 minutes into it. So we get Storm Lance. What was it? Storm Lancers.
Yeah. That was shown off earlier this summer as a PC thing. Looks pretty fun. Looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Looks neat. Didn't really do anything for me, but it didn't really upset me.
It's fine. Yeah.
Fine. New game. Storm Lancers. Available later today. Good for you. Then we got Dinkum.
Sure. Minecraft with friends in Australia.
Yeah. Okay. Let's call our game Dinkum. Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
That's all.
Dinkum. I barely even know him, Kris.
This did absolutely nothing for me. This moved zero needles. I just...
Zero.
That is now a thing that I know exists, and I will forget about it a year from now. This next one...
I just don't understand who all of those games are for.
Right? Who could possibly be playing all of them?
I'm just not quite grasping. Why bother? Like, this is why Pal World is Pokemon with guns. Because all the other Pokeclones didn't really fucking do anything. But, like, this is just Minecraft. Like, you got to do Minecraft with tits. I don't fucking know. But, like, something. You know what I mean? Like, it's Minecraft with docking. There you go. There's your fucking headline. Anyway.
Oh, right. Karen's done.
Maybe that's what Dinkum stands for.
Oh,
hi, Karen.
I love how, so that was first, and then right after that came Popucom. So we've got two, vaguely naughty sounding games in a row, but this one actually looked pretty interesting.
Not a good name. Not a good name.
This is a terrible name, but for a really interesting looking game. It's like they took the concept of Bust-A-Move and turned it into a shooter. Which Bust-A-Move kind of is already, right? Because you're at the bottom, and you're shooting the bubbles up to the top. But now you're controlling a character that you're basically doing the whole Bust-A-Move thing with. But as a 3D shooter, this is an interesting concept. It doesn't,
and it's co-op.
It's co-op,
which is great.
I wish it looked cooler. Like, its art direction is so generic.
It's so bland, and the name is.
Oh, it's
if
terrible.
You can very easily say Popurcum instead of Popucum or whatever the fuck it actually is called, like, that's a terrible name.
Yeah, it is. It's a terrible name, and it's kind of disappointing to me that they didn't, like, I mean, this would have been a really cool Bubble Bobble game, right? This would have been a really cool actual Bust-A-Move game if you were controlling Bub and Bob in this weird 3D action-y thing where you could do these things and basically just make it a Bust-A-Move game. That would be really cool. And I certainly would have liked those characters better than these, like, not quite Splatoon characters. But
yeah, these generic. But Bust-A-Move Color Blast. There you go. Fixed it.
Boom.
Done. That was easy. It's better than Popurcum. Right in my mouth. Like, what the fuck are we... like, come on, man. That's absurd.
Yeah, not a great name.
It's a ridiculous name. How did we get here? How did somebody write that down and somebody else go, nope, that's the one. Out of all the choices you came up with, Bill, Popucom. That's the one we're going with. Fuck, dude. All right.
Big bag of nope.
Cool.
Okay, next up we had an update on Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream. I maintain that I do not understand the appeal of this game at all. But I do understand that it is appealing to people.
Roddy is so excited.
Ellie thought this looked really cute. I'm fascinated by it. I'm not going to play it because I tried the last one and it did nothing for me. But I am also really glad this exists. I'm just so happy for the people that are fans of this series that get a new entry, and it looks so strange. Like, they did not dial back the insanity in this at all. It's like, oh, cool. I just gave this girl lettuce, and she jumped up and down. This girl's just laying on the sidewalk. She looks bored because she's just laying in the middle of the sidewalk. So
she's just hungry. I'm going to try that when I'm driving through Philly next week.
A tree full of Koizumis, somebody's getting hit by a ton of super scopes. Like, this
Why not?
It's just pure madness. And I like that they're leaning into that. So, good for them. Spring 2026. We still don't have a date, but we have at least a season now. So I guess that's a step in the right direction. So we've moved on to Switch 2, and the first thing that we show on Switch 2 is the Mortal Kombat collection, which I am just obscenely excited for, and I find it absolutely hysterical that the first thing they show in this trailer is the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
It was very specifically the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat 1. You cheeky bastards. But, oh boy. I mean, this is not a new entity. We've talked about this a bunch. I can't. I'm so
it's exciting. I wish it was coming day and date, physical and digital.
As do I.
That shit is really starting to piss me off as someone who is now rebuying or buying physical again. Again, not that there's any shortage of shit to play, but the discrepancy between the two dates is frustrating.
Yeah, at least it's not that huge, but still, it's noticeable. We have
it
we
feels
have dates now.
unnecessary. Yeah,
it does feel unnecessary. But like I was about to say, we have the dates, and that's what this is about. Apparently, we didn't have the dates before. I thought we did, but we don't. The digital version is October 30th. Physical version is December 12th. I still want some clarity on what the difference between the Switch and Switch 2 versions are. Since the Switch 2 version is $10 more, I would love to know what the differentiation is and if it's worth that extra $10. To me, it probably will be. I don't know if I'm waiting to get this one physically or not. I don't know what I'm doing. Because we said before, this seems like the kind of thing that's going to go on sale at some point, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for at this point.
I feel like this is something I want Tiff to get me for Christmas. You know, I don't need
put this on the Christmas list.
Day one.
I want it.
I don't. Of course I do. Of course I do.
Yeah.
But am I going to get into it right away? Like, absolutely not.
I really want to watch all that documentary content, like, immediately.
Sure.
I want it. I want it in my fucking veins. So, I don't know. We'll see. I did put in a request for a review code for it. I don't know that I'm going to get it. I feel like there are other things that I'm more likely to get the review for, but God, if I get a review for this one, I'll be the happiest little camper, because I don't have much to say about Mortal Kombat past this collection. I just don't.
Right.
But these games, I lived and breathed these games when I was younger. I adore the classic Mortal Kombat games. So,
yeah.
Moving right along, the next one was, oh God, what the hell is this called? Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I'm watching this with Karen earlier, and they said the first chapter in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, and she was like, the fuck? I was like, it's a whole thing.
It's a thing. Don't think too much about it. You don't need to know.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, it's cool. Like, I'm fine. This looks really good. This is running really well.
It does. It looks really nice.
It's supposed to be locked at. It's supposedly locked at 30. Is what we've been told, and it does appear to be doing that in the trailers. I am so on the fence as to whether or not I want to give this a chance, because Final Fantasy VII is one of those games I've wanted to like for a long time. The demo for this, when it first came out on PS4, I liked but didn't love. I don't know. I'm so curious about it.
Is not a game you are going to like. I am confident in knowing you well enough to say that this, not that you're not going to like it, but this is not going to be the one where you go like, oh, now I get the Final Fantasy VII. It is such a vastly different game, and this plays a lot more like modern 3D action games that you don't care for. Yeah, well, like honestly, I just don't think this is something you're going to be into.
I could be way off. I
think
the thing that I've always liked these characters. I love the music. I think it's an interesting world. But there was something about the game of Final Fantasy VII, its pacing, that always it kept grinding to a halt and boring me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious to know. I'm very curious about it. I don't know that I'm actually going to go through with it, because there's always so
if you then imagine taking that story that you already don't care for and splitting it up over 3 60+ hour games.
It's not that
maybe
I don't care for the story. It's that I'm not caring for the way the story's being told in the original Final Fantasy VII. I'm interested in this thing, and then it would be like, all right, here's this thing. Let's go get Sephiroth. Ooh, a town. Let's learn everything you never wanted to know about Red 13's past. But there's a guy over there murdering people. There's fire and shit. It's really cool. Who's this girl in the woods? Let's talk to her.
But he's a cool dog.
Yeah. I found the whole thing very jarring and very easy to kind of get stuck in like limbo in. It couldn't keep my interest. Again, I don't know that I'm actually going to get around to it, but I do think it's interesting. It is, however, a game key card release, so...
Yep, not a thing I'm doing.
Yeah. Who knows? See where the future takes us. Next up was Linked Banner of the Spark.
Yep,
any thoughts
that
here?
looked generic that looked generic as fuck.
It sure looks like a game with farming elements.
Yep.
To cross that one off the list. We got a release date for Hades 2.
I think is great.
Yeah, full game. People love Hades 2. This is a really cool.
Very excited about that. Yeah. Hades 1 is fucking great. I wish you would play it. I think that one I do think you will love.
I fucking bought it. I don't know why I haven't played it yet. There's something wrong with me. It's a lot
that is, how much is that? Because I got to get that on, I figure I'll get that on Switch, because I'm going to get Hades 2
it goes
when
on
it comes
sale
out.
for dirt cheap all the time.
It does. I'm just looking
but it goes,
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, physically, I have no idea. But the
$25 at GameStop. So like, it's not even expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can just get it, and it's awesome.
Console exclusive on Nintendo Switch for now. It's a timed console exclusive, September 25th, 2025. Physical version November 20th. So again, we've got that gap between the physical and the digital, but
yeah, which
this
again,
is just the world we live in.
Frustrating, but I can wait. I don't need to go. I don't need to go grab that right now. You know what I mean?
But that was a pretty cool announcement. It was.
And that was one of the ones I think I called. Yeah. I think I put that in our little prediction thing. I was like, this one, that one. I thought Blueprints, which spoilers we didn't get. So
we did not get Blueprints, but yeah, Hades 2 release date seemed pretty likely. I was not surprised that we got that at all. Happy, but not surprised. We get some more information on Kirby Air Riders, which, look, I think this game looks great, and I'm probably going to wind up getting it, because it just looks like a blast. And John is really excited about it. We've got new amiibo that are hilarious, so you can, like, swap them out on different vehicles. Like, that's adorable. But what hits me about these amiibo is the position that Kirby's in. The pose that Kirby is in is so ridiculous. He's like turned around and like really enthusiastically saying hi. It's so fucking weird. I love it.
Yeah, it's weird.
They're probably going to be at least $30, $35 because they have this switchability. So like, there's no way I'm buying these. There's just not. No. I don't have that kind of money. I am not independently wealthy, so I can't afford to buy all this stuff anymore. But I love that they exist. I also absolutely love that Nintendo is like, oh, Sakurai wants to do literally anything he wants? Sure. You want to do a second Nintendo Direct dedicated to Kirby Air Riders? Sure. What?
I'm not watching that one. I'm not. I'm just letting you know.
I have to know.
Sure,
what's in
let
it.
me know. Let me know what happens. I don't fucking care.
How are you not so curious? They did an entire first presentation. They're going to do a whole second presentation. What could they possibly have to offer? I have to know.
Not enough, I promise. And you'll tell me.
I will tell you.
I just don't care. I
think the game looks great. I'm really excited about it.
No, I do too. I think the game looks really awesome. I do not want to watch 2 hours of that dude fucking talking about it.
I do. I love listening to Sakurai talk. Oh, boy. All right, so next up is a game that I really wish I could get excited over, but I just can't make myself do it, is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I just don't care enough about Warriors games, and I really don't care about these characters enough. Like, Sexy Ganondorf's great, and Zelda's great.
Sure, but, love Sexy Ganondorf.
Raru and whatnot, I just didn't really care much about this age. And those specific character designs didn't really do it for me. I think it's neat that you can play as a Korok, but like that's the barrel that we're scraping right here for characters to play as in this game. It's
right.
Like,
that's where we're at.
Let's be a Korok. Okay. You can use Zonai devices. Like, it just... These games don't do enough for me. Now, granted, I haven't gone back to try and finish Age of Calamity, which one of my bigger problems with that one was that its performance really made it difficult to play at times, and apparently if you play the Switch 2 cleaned that up. So, and this looks really nice, but I just don't see myself playing through it. I have to buy it because it's a Zelda game, and I've literally have every other Zelda game, so I feel like I'd be a clown if I didn't get this one too, but I don't think I'm going to get it straight away because I'm not very interested in playing it. I'm just not.
It's not a thing you're going to finish.
It's definitely not something I'm going to finish. And with money being this tight, I just can't. I can't justify it.
Yeah.
God, that Gliok fight looks cool as shit, though. The Gliok fight looks amazing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Looks cool.
Yeah, but I know the basics of what Hyrule Warriors games are, and they are not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Anyway, we finally got a date, November 6th, 2025. We got Dragon Quest VII's getting a remake.
That looked fucking weird. There's something wrong with that one.
Yeah,
I don't know what it... I can't quite put my finger on
you can't
what's
make
fucked up about it.
Toriya's artwork that realistic. I think that's what it is. When you add that much realistic detail to Toriyama-style art, it just looks wrong.
Yeah, it was weird. I did not like it.
Not the biggest Dragon Quest
I'm super happy that it... Yeah, I'm super happy it exists. I've always been a Final Fantasy kid, not a Dragon Quest kid, for better or worse, whatever. But man, I thought everything around it looked really cool. And then every time they would show their faces, I was like, man, I am just uncomfortable looking at that.
This does not work. These two art styles do not mesh. Do not make hyper-realistic Toriyama artwork. It's not doing
if it had been cel-shaded, maybe, like, I don't know, just something about it. Yeah, it was just off. I mean, that's what it is for me. I don't know if that's what it is for you, but what it is for me is... It might be.
You don't make that stuff hyper-realistic. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's an update to the phone app, Nintendo Today. There's now a Kirby theme.
Ooh.
Yeah. I boot it up every day.
Don't put that in your fucking direct. Stop it. A little waste of time.
I don't care. It also happened last night, so like...
Yeah.
I already had
Stop it.
Whatever. Oh, God. All right, here we are. Hold on. Now we're getting an update for Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack members. And I just sat here and screamed, what the fuck? Over and over again.
Yeah.
Look, I love the Virtual Boy. This is awesome. This is the dumbest thing imaginable. This is the dumbest thing. Because... Alright, so Virtual Boy games coming to Nintendo Switch Online. I am over the moon. This is fantastic. I love Virtual Boy. And I am a strong proponent of the notion that more people should be able to play these games. Because they are decent games, they're fascinating pieces of Nintendo history, and more people should be able to play them. But then all the caveats happened.
Not like this.
I'm not going to say not like this, because I absolutely love this as an option. According to this, in order to play the games, you need to buy a Virtual Boy. You have to buy what appears to be a 1-to-1 recreation, size-wise, of the Virtual Boy, except it opens up, and you drop either a Switch or a Switch 2 into it, and play it like Labo VR. And like the original Virtual Boy, you put your face into the machine and play it that way. as an option, that's fucking cool. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, because who is that for? That thing costs $100 goddamn dollars.
$100 fucking dollars. And you're telling me that flour is going to be less than that? That is a plastic shell. That is an injection molded plastic shell that has zero technology in it.
Now,
and if you want to argue that the stereoscopic
that is what
3D
it looks like. That is what it looks like. We don't know that that's what that is. Based on the controllers they've released for NSO, I would not at all be surprised if that wasn't just plastic, but all of the foam shade, the lenses that you look through in order to see your Switch 2 screen, the metal legs, I would not be at all surprised if all of that was one-to-one accurate. If instead of using plastic, they did everything exactly the way as the original Virtual Boy. That being the case, I don't.
It's still not $100.
No, it's not worth $100. But given the way how expensive it is to import things right now, I would understand the price. Now, if it is a relatively cheap plastic facsimile of the original Virtual Boy stuff, that is way overpriced. As it stands right now, if it is a perfect recreation of the Virtual Boy, except you crack it open and stick a Switch inside of it, it's only mildly overpriced, not horribly overpriced. But either way, even if it wasn't overpriced, requiring you to do that in order to play these games is my biggest problem here. There is a cardboard option, which is only $25, but still.
So there's my question, right?
Yeah.
If there is a cardboard option that exists, what is to stop me from buying a pair of 3D glasses and wearing them and playing this?
Probably nothing. I don't know the science of it enough. It's Labo, right? The cardboard one is just the Labo 3D glasses, and they're a thing, right? I have them. They're not just 3D glasses. They're these weird shaped lenses that are made of hard plastic, and you have to wrap all this cardboard stuff around them and then put the Switch inside of that, and you hold it up to your head that way, which honestly seems to me like a more comfortable way to do this. But also, my main problem is the point should be that these games should be more accessible. This is making them not less accessible, because now if you wanted to play these games on a Virtual Boy, that's a very cost prohibitive thing to do, even if you go the flash cart route. Finding a functioning Virtual Boy and getting it, and then getting what you need to play these games, is cost prohibitive. So this is neat in that respect. And I understand the notion that you want these games to be able to be played in 3D, because things like Mario's Tennis, Galactic Pinball, Vertical Force, Red Alarm, without the 3D effect, those games become somewhat difficult to play, especially Red Alarm, which is all the wireframes, and without the 3D effect, they can get very messy looking. But they're not unplayable in 2 dimensions. And that's where I have the biggest problem with this, is that according to this, now we don't know this for sure, it could be weird wording, we don't know what options there are going to be, this stuff doesn't happen until later, but it says in order to play these, you have to play them in 3D like this. I just want to sit on my couch and play Virtual Boy Wario Land and Mario Clash. I don't understand why we're not giving that as an option. I understand why these other things are an option, and that's really cool that they're doing this for the very few people that are going to justify dropping $100 on a Virtual Boy replica to play these games. Because I know it's going to sell out, obviously.
Of course it is.
It's because it's like Nintendo collector-y kind of thing. It's not going to get a lot of use, and I don't think it's going to go beyond that collector's market. This is such a niche thing. I hope with every fiber in my being that there will be a way to just play these games. Because, The game selection's pretty cool. There are a couple of weird omissions. There are a couple of obvious omissions.
Sure. Waterworld and stuff like that.
Waterworld was never going to be on there. Why are they going to jump through the hoops of getting the license to do fucking Waterworld? Like, that was never going to happen.
Also, what the fuck is the license cost for what? Like, you need me to send you $20? Like, I'll send you the $20, Nintendo. I'll cover you.
Sure whoever owns Waterworld wants way too much money for that. If it's more than $20, that's what it is. Anything more than $20 is more than that should be. I wrote down what the games were that are missing before. Top of my head, because I don't feel like finding this in here. I know Nestor's Funky Bowling is missing, which
seems weird.
Virtual Bowling is a much better bowling game. But you own Nestor's Funky Bowling, so why not?
Yeah.
Like, why not put that one in there? How much more effort would that really have been to throw Nestor's Funky Bowling in there? I don't understand. I do not understand that omission at all. Panic Bomber not being there. It's not a game that really particularly benefits from the 3D effect of the Virtual Boy, but still, like, you've got a great relationship with Hudson Soft. How is Panic Bomber not there? But like Jack Brothers is, that's fantastic. Jack Brothers is insanely expensive. It's a pretty cool game related to the Shin Megami Tensei series that people love. More people should be able to play that. And theoretically, they will. Theoretically. So the lineup is Virtual Boy Wario Land, Galactic Pinball, Red Alarm, Teleraboxer, Mario's Tennis, Jack Brothers, Vertical Force, Mario Clash, Golf, Virtual Bowling, Innsmouth, Space Invaders, the Space Invaders Virtual Collection, V-Tetris, and 3D Tetris. I can find it this way.
And eventually, not all of those are going to be there day one. They said, like, drip feed.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't say drip feed.
Released over time.
That'd have been weird.
What they said. Yeah. So the games missing are Nestor's Funky Bowling, which doesn't make sense to me. Panic Bomber, which doesn't make sense to me. Gundam, which does make sense. They're not paying for that license, and that game sucks ass. Space Squash, also not really worth your time. The Virtual Fishing is fine. Virtual Lab is legitimately not good. Virtual League Baseball, that's kind of a weird omission. It's not officially MLB licensed or anything. Why isn't that there? Really, Kemco's holding out on that one? Seems like a strange omission. And Waterworld is the other one. The really important stuff is here, and that's cool. And I'm really looking forward to this. I really, really am. I just hope that they give me the option to just play it in 2 dimensions, because these games have been gate-kept for so long, trapped behind this technology, and they had the perfect opportunity to do this on 3DS, and they didn't. I don't know why they didn't. I will never understand.
Which is
in my lifetime
it's the weirdest thing.
They didn't do that, and now they're doing it. Okay, better late than never. But also, you had the 3DS for this. You had a perfect opportunity to make these games accessible to a wide audience, and have the 3D
to
be
an
option.
Incredibly wide audience.
I don't understand.
3DS sold pretty well.
It was pretty
moved
pretty
a couple
seller.
of units. So, it's a weird decision. I'm kind of bummed that there wasn't some sort of announcement to go along with it, as, like, in addition to the fucking crazy red version, we're also updating a few of them to, like, have some other colors.
Cool. Like, here's a colorized version of Wario Land.
Yeah, because I don't know how much work that would be, but I can't imagine it would be a fucking ton of work.
It'd probably be more work than they think it's worth, especially for some of this stuff. I don't really mind that.
But, like,
that
for Wario
cool.
Land, like, I think, or, like, Virtua Tennis, or Mario Tennis, not Virtua Tennis, it's a different game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That I would have been excited about, and then kind of been like, well, maybe I do want to get that fucking $100 stupid thing and play this, and that'll be cool. And then, like, I could also say, but, like, the whole notion around it that you're only going to be able to take advantage of this thing that you already pay for that they're adding to the service you have to then pay more for. I didn't love
like, these are
that part.
Already
Like
part
that
of this
I
subscription.
really didn't like.
You can't play them if you... It says right here on the little disclaimer, offer not available in all countries or for free trial memberships. Virtual Boy for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch and Virtual Boy Cardboard Model for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are required to play the Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics collection of games. That I do not understand. Like...
Yeah.
Fucking
because I already pay for this.
I don't,
and like now I gotta pay more.
I don't want to play these that way. I want the ability to play these games like it's one of the draws. Of this is the ability to just play it on my TV with a big ass controller. Like that's one of the draws. And
the fucking the silly thing is that you've been able to shmemulate these in 3D for decades.
In
easily
2D for decades. They work
easily.
Fine.
They do. So like, you know, the whole thing about piracy versus paying for content is making it a price point where it is more convenient to just give you the money than to jump through the 2 or 3 hoops to play it in a more nefarious manner. And this, I don't think, accomplishes that. Where they've been really good about it otherwise, I would argue. For like a lot of the Nintendo Online stuff, I think the value proposition has been really good to combat piracy. I don't think this is it.
No, this is... Really, the only problem I have with this is that it's required. Those extra things are required. That I can't just sit and play these games on my TV. Which the wording here makes it seem that that's the case. Now, this could be one of those situations.
Well, I don't think that there's any gray area in that wording.
Remember
this shit is required,
the GameCube
fucker.
controller? Remember the GameCube controller for Switch 2 said is not compatible with other software. It's absolutely compatible with other software. But they specifically said it is not compatible with other software. It's only compatible with GameCube games, GameCube Nintendo Classics on Nintendo Switch 2. That is patently false. But there's probably some sort of like they didn't test it for that.
It's not a great way to play other games.
I mean, it can be, but it's not. You know, depending on what the game is. But that was their whole thing. Was like, no, this is exclusively for this. It's absolutely not exclusively for that. You can boot up Mario 3D All Stars and use that Nintendo Switch 2 GameCube controller. You can do that.
Yeah,
and it's fine. So this could be one of those situations where like, no, you absolutely can't do that. And it's really going to come down to how the software runs. Like, at what point does it split the image in two? Because if it's always displaying the image in two for, you know, left and right eyes, then sure, I'm sure you could load it up on your TV, but that's going to be a really annoying way to play it if you can't just zoom into one of those two screens. And that's all you need. Right? That's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, if I can play these games, like, I'm willing to drop maybe $10 on a decent-ish pair of 3D glasses that would let me play these. But that's it. You know,
the
cardboard
thing.
Any
I'm
more
totally
than
gonna
that,
get the cardboard thing. Unless I don't know. I might not even get if the Labo VR works just fine. Then I'll probably just use that because these are playable on Switch 1. But either
yeah, we'll have to see. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a
there
weird.
Are a lot of questions. It's not till February.
It's a wild thing that fucking exists.
I just kept screaming, "What the fuck? This is the strangest."
What are you guys doing? Yeah,
strangest idea. A whole ass Virtual Boy. What the hell are you doing?
But you won't give me a new pro wrestling, you fucking assholes.
We got a whole ass Virtual Boy before we got Zapper games on Nintendo Switch Online. Come on.
Which
this
seems
so
super
strange.
easy with a fucking pointy thing.
I'm a huge Virtual Boy fan. I love that this exists. But that one caveat that like my main thing is these games should be more accessible. This does not help. This doesn't help get more people to play these games. Maybe a small fraction of more people to play these games, but how many people are interested enough in the Virtual Boy lineup to have a Switch Online membership and then spend extra money to order a special thing online so that they can shove their Switch 3 inches from their face to play these games?
Yeah.
I don't think that audience is big enough to warrant this. If you
just
make them playable on your fucking TV, come on, please. All right.
It's wild. All right. Yeah.
The most unhinged thing I've seen out of Nintendo in a while. That's just bonkers.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got another Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake.
It's a great fucking game. It's a great game.
I believe you. Let's see. Upgrade your play. What do we got here? Oh, this was a series of Nintendo Switch 2 editions. So One Piece Pirate Warrior 4? Sure.
Cool.
Overcooked 2 is getting a Switch 2 edition.
With some
Stardew
camera
Valley
functionality.
Switch 2 edition. Human Fall Flat's getting a Switch 2 edition. Power Wash Simulator 2 is coming out for Switch 2. Okay.
Great.
Keep them coming. That's cool. I'm very happy. I wish I had this game because I bet I would like it, but it's always seemed too expensive for what it is. So
I did not care for it. Wasn't for me.
This is actually genuinely cool. Suika Game World. Sorry, Suika Game
Yeah, that
Planet.
looked fun.
I loved Suika Game. It took over our house for a good long while. This is a neat little twist on that, making it circular and multiplayer, like a co-op mode. That's going to be pure chaos. But this looked really fun, and I'm glad to see that the company is making a different game instead of just sitting on the one Suika game forever. Because I don't think they expected this thing to take off the way that it did. This game is massive in Japan and pretty goddamn popular here in the States. This co-op game seems really fun. I'm looking forward to playing this.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I was really happy to see this.
Can you do me a favor?
No.
When you get to the... Oh, fuck. You're such a dick. When you get to the part of the trailer, which is coming soon, that should have ended the trailer, can you move it to the end of our discussion? Because I don't want to talk about it now and then talk about other shit.
Oh,
I want to talk about it last. You know which one. There's only one thing that should have ended this trailer today, and it should not have just been in the middle of the presentation with nobody fucking talking about it.
All right. So the next trailer is what I think you're talking about. But that was part of a 1-2 punch, but we'll just go ahead and skip that and go to the second punch, right? Because
does it involve a vroom vroom?
Yes, it involves a vroom vroom.
Okay, that should have been the last thing.
I agree. I understand why a lot of people don't.
Because they're dumb.
People like Fire Emblem, Dan.
I don't care. They're fucking wrong. They're dopes.
So, this made me so happy. Right after this trailer we'll talk about later, we're getting DK Bonanza DLC. Now, right off the bat, the music was like bringing tears to my eyes. I don't like Donkey Kong 64, but I have a very nostalgic connection to the first hour of that game with the great music.
Right. When you were filled with hope.
Oh my god! And they've got this beautiful
this is gonna get
version
better.
Of that. You get to run around on DK Island, which looks amazing. It just looks gorgeous. You got Diddy and Dixie and Squawks is floating around there. There's a mine cart. This looks wonderful. And then you've got this, you can work for Void and find these emeralds for him for some fucking reason. I'm very curious as to what that's all about. But you can go through all the other areas in the game too and do this mode where you're just trying to find as many of these things as you can. And it seems pretty fun because I love bashing stuff. So it's we're just going to make a mode that's just bash as much of this specific shit as you can for a time limit. Sure. Sign me the fuck up. This seems like a blast. I was so happy just seeing DK Island and like listening to Pauline say, "Oh, so this is where you're from." Like, "Oh, this is great. This is so much fun. This is so cute. I have to have this." And they said it was coming out later today and like or available now. This was the Shadow Drop. I was like, all right, that's fucking weird. That
so
we're
excited.
Already doing DLC for this before we do DLC for Mario Kart, but okay, sure. I'm super excited. And then I got to the eShop and it was $20 and I didn't buy it.
No, because that's $10 fucking too much for what it is.
I'm looking at this like, this isn't a lot. I'm not going to do this a lot. I love that DK Island is here. And if it was $10, I went there to buy it. I was like, I'm just going to go to the eShop.
Yes,
and
I'm going to get this right now.
And then I saw the price tag and I was like, I can't.
I'm not buying this right now.
And it wasn't an I'm not buying this right now. It was an I can't drop $20 on this right now. I don't have it. Money's too tight. I don't have. I just don't have another spare $20 right now. I'd rather buy myself a lunch or something. It's too much.
So I do have the $20 right now. You know what I mean? I do have the $20 for it right now because, not to be too inside baseball, but today was our Stone Age Gamer Pay Day. And this is the Stone Age, the money I get for the blog is specifically for bullshit. Specifically, I do not need that money in any way whatsoever to pay bills. My regular job, and I'm not bragging, I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm just making a point here. I do have the extra $20 for this. And why am I going to spend $20 on that? I mean, was $20?
I didn't feel that DK Bonanza was lacking in content. So that's part
I'm
of
not even
such a big surprise
close to done with it.
Yeah, I've got a ton of post game left to do. I'm going to get this eventually. I have to. I've got to run around this DK Island in this game. I just need to. But hopefully someday things will get a little bit easier. I really want to, and I really hope that it goes on sale at some point. But even without just our specific circumstances, I do think this is a pretty big ask. This game came out in July. It is $70. Yeah. So now you're looking at a $90 game with this DLC. Right. That's fucking spicy.
That's a lot.
Like, and it was at that point where I really started to feel like I am genuinely being priced out of this hobby. Like, if this continues, it's not going to be too long before this hobby of playing the latest and greatest video games is just going to be for people with money. Because there's already too much out there. There's already too much for me to play. But like, there's been a lot of cool stuff in here, and this is probably the first Nintendo Direct in a long time that I've looked at and been like, it's not that I don't, and not just that I don't have time. I couldn't possibly pay for all this stuff if I wanted to. It's just outside of my budget. Yeah. It's pretty freaking heartbreaking. I'm not trying to like bitch about the fact that I'm all broke.
No, sure. I'm not trying to do that. The world reality is fucking on fire right now. Like,
yeah, I know I'm not the
and
only
it's
one
not
in this position.
Getting any better. Yeah, like this is like it's not going to get any better for a while. Right, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And we're not going to get into them. But there are certain things that are just starting to hit people now, like the de minimis exemptions for importing things and stuff like. There's a lot of things that people. Elections have consequences. And I was talking about this with the kids earlier. For the most part, throughout most of the history of this country, what politicians do, left wing or right wing, it doesn't much matter. What they do is going to make rich people richer, and one of the parties is going to fuck you royally, and one of them is going to fuck you a little bit less than royally. But you're going to be fucked either way, because the allegiance is to making rich people richer, regardless of where we are. This one is going to hurt more people than they have felt in the past, because most of the time what actually happens on a federal level doesn't really affect most of us. Like, it doesn't. That is what it is. It's okay that that's what it is. We get all up in arms about shit, and then we go like, oh, okay, like we made it through. You know, like at the end of the day. This one is going to hurt people, specifically in the hobbies that we are a part of. So you're going to hear a lot more about it. You know, that's just the way it is. And that fucking sucks.
Word.
Sorry. Yeah. And then you have Nintendo doing things like, and I know it's not fair, but Silk Song was $20. Like, I know that's not fair, but it also is a reality for a lot of people in the world of when you've got $20 to spend on a game, are you getting DLC that, from the trailer that they showed, doesn't really add much other than, oh, that's cool, or Silk Song? That's, like, if you're on the fence about that, your decision actually is pretty easy. You know, like, if you're interested in both, from a value proposition, the $10, I would have bought it without question. That is worth it to me, without question. $20, I went, I can wait. I don't need that.
Yeah, I looked at it and was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a wild price. It's a wild price for it. That's $20, what the fuck is Mario Kart World DLC going to be?
It's all going to be $20. It's their standard flat rate so far. It's just been DLC $20. Upgrade to Switch 2 edition $20. And so far it's been like Kirby content-wise pushed right up against that. I didn't sniff the Mario Party DLC. I was jazzed about it beforehand, but that's not
$20?
$20. That's not. There's not $20 worth of content there. Fuck off with that nonsense.
Now you're asking me to pay $80 for a Mario Party game? Like, come on, man.
Absolutely not. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So far, it looks like it's really going to depend on how much content there is in that single player thing, whether or not I feel excited to spend the $20 to get that extra content. Because right now, if it's just the mini games, no, that's not worth $20 extra to me. But if there's mini games and a decent amount of, like a decent handful of new levels, sure, I will eat that shit. But it's getting hard. It's getting difficult.
It is.
It's getting real difficult to be involved in this. I should be over the fucking moon that there is a plastic Virtual Boy available. A full-size plastic Virtual Boy. I should be over the moon about that. But it's $100 goddamn dollars. That's a week of groceries. Like, I mean, it's less than a week
that's insane.
But it's a decent portion of a week of fucking groceries. You know, I wanted an alarm
That's insane.
I really did.
Sure.
That's just not the world we live in right now. And I know a lot of people besides me I'm not alone in this. Shit's hard all around.
You are definitely not. It is hard for everybody. For everybody. Yeah. It sucks.
So, moving right along.
Anyway,
Our next one is the Pokemon... What was it called? It's kind of a weird-ass name. Pokopia. It starts off with a Ditto, and this just magnificent close-up of the dead-eyed Ditto stare.
Yeah.
Looking at a Pokedex, and then the Ditto turns into this really weird-looking little girl with floppy arms, and then we basically go into Pokemon, Minecraft, Animal Crossing?
Yeah? Like,
I'm looking at this like, what the fuck are you smoking? And then John's looking at this like, oh, this is great. I'm into this. Like, of course you are.
Yeah. This is different enough, right? Like,
yeah, this
Dinkum,
exactly.
Like, okay.
Yeah, this is
what are you doing?
enough. This is like, all right, this is really fucking weird. Good for you guys. Way to make a weird-ass looking Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It's apparently got some very interesting Pokemon in it. There was like a female beehive looking thing that is apparently has a really low catch rate in the main game, so John was really stoked about that. I don't fucking know. All these weird-ass animations of... why is the Ditto a little girl? And why is any of this the way that it is? This is so weird.
Why? Just why?
It's neat. It's my kind of weird. I'm not going to buy it, but it's one of those things that I look at and say, good job, guys. Way to keep it weird. Good job. Keep that up.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a thing. Then we had what John was most excited about was more Mega Evolutions for Pokemon Legends ZA. He is really excited for this game. He's really excited for new Mega Evolutions. They've been showing off in weird trailers. We just got another one this week of the Malamar, which doesn't look anything like a Malamar. So that's really upsetting.
Which is a shame.
Yeah. Fucking tragic. So we get 3 new Mega Evolutions in this one. I only recognize Greninja from Smash Brothers. There's 2 other Mega Evolutions that are apparently the other starters from that game. I don't know. John was like flipping his shit. He just thinks this game looks incredible. And you know, for what it's worth,
yeah, Roddy,
the Switch. Go ahead.
Roddy's excited for it. Some of those Mega Evolutions, like, he was really excited for. I'm excited for the Howlucha one.
Yeah, that looks pretty cute.
You know, because I fucking dig
Obviously,
Howlucha. It's a fucking luchador. Yeah, like, come on. That one's for me. So yeah, I'm into that one.
The Switch 2 edition looks decent. You know, there's still something I think a little off about the visuals in this game, but it is certainly better than Pokemon has looked for modern games. But
yeah, not too hard.
Immediately afterwards, we get the announcement for paid DLC that will be available day one.
And that also felt shitty. Like,
this
they were doing so
grindy.
good, and then there was a couple, like,
feels
why are you guys being assholes, though?
Like, really?
Your game's not out yet.
The game's not out.
Put it on the fucking... in the game.
You're announcing the DLC, paid DLC, and you're locking 2 Raichu Mega Evolutions behind an extra paywall. And I don't think we know
That's
the
fucked
price
up, man.
for this yet, but if trends are what they are, the DLC is probably going to be $20, and the game, the Switch 2 edition, is probably going to be at least $70. Probably $80 since it's Pokemon. But I don't know. I don't know.
It felt shitty.
It'll probably be 70. 70 is probably the price on that. I don't know. It does. That just felt dirty to me. That locking these 2 new Mega Evolutions on day one behind a paywall. It's like, that doesn't feel like DLC. That feels like we cut this out of the game so that we could sell it to you separately. That's what that feels like to me. And I hate that.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, there was a wolf spider in my office. I just had to kill it.
Good. Glad it's dead.
Oh, I'm making sure. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but yeah, it's very dead now.
Kill it with...
They're too big to be like, oh, it's a little spider, it'll eat some bugs. It's like, no, you're too fucking big. Get out. Stop it. You're scary looking.
Either pay rent or leave.
Yeah, like, you could get a job. You fucking scaring trick-or-treaters or some shit. Like, anyway,
I just... the Pokemon thing is really bothering me.
Yeah,
I find it
like I
bothersome.
said there's a couple things where I was like, this is going really, oh fuck, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
all right, this is going pretty well. Oh damn it, you did it again, you dicks. You filed what patent? Oh, you fucking assholes.
John's like over the moon for this, but if I have to spend like $100 freaking to get the full access to the new Pokemon game, that's
fucked up, shitty. Man. That's fucking
not
shitty.
Cool.
And it's not like they're going to be available later, or maybe they will. But like, yeah. Anyway.
We're getting a Danganronpa 2 remake.
That's exciting if you're into Danganronpa, which the kids were. They were pretty excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that was cool.
There's some more Dynasty Warriors. If Hyrule Warriors wasn't enough for you, Dynasty Warriors.
Rumbleman's cracked me up in the fucking chat where he's like, I know those names from Pad. I was like, I also know those names from Pad. That is why I know them.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 looks neat.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I like the switching the monsters like in the middle of your thing. Looked more necessary than the switching bonanzas in the middle of your thing, which is what I wanted from Bonanza. But anyway,
then we got a sizzle reel of 2 Point Museum, Disgaea 7. EA Sports FC 26 and Dragon Quest 1-2 HD 2D remake. Virtual Fighter 5 Revo. I didn't expect that. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Hooray for Virtual Fighter 5 landed on Switch. Oh, Lego Voyagers.
I love Virtual
neat.
Fighter.
Little
yeah, that still looks 3. Cool. Yep, Penny is over the moon excited for that one. Cannot fucking wait for that.
Persona 3 Reload. All right, now I need you to tell me a little bit about this because I don't know. Was this new? Is Resident Evil 9 just announced today?
No, not at all.
Okay,
that was virtually the same trailer that's been shown off multiple times. There was some new stuff in that trailer. I think I am the wrong person to ask that though, because I have seen multiple Resident Evil 9 trailers at this point, and I don't remember what is new from where, because I've also seen 6 billion other trailers. But no, that was announced that was the Game Awards last year, I think, was the first announcement.
I thought it seemed familiar, but like there was so
much
it definitely
mystery around
this one. Well, like when we were talking to the chat, everyone thought it was Silent Hill, and the Capcom logo showed up. It was like, I guess it's got to be Resident Evil, but none of this looks familiar to me. But I don't know. That shows you how much I follow Resident Evil. But like, we're getting 7, 8, and 9 on the same day. That's pretty exciting.
I think what was new in this, specifically this like first-person Resident Evil that they're doing now. I think what was new in this trailer, I think again, I'm not 100% on it. Was the stuff where it looked like you're going back to the mansion from the first one. Mm-hmm. I think that was new stuff. I don't remember seeing that before, but I don't remember not seeing it before, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Because, like, I'm not super into the first-person Resident Evil games. They're okay. I thought 7 was fine. I played a minute or two of a demo of 8 and was like, yeah, this is more of that one. That was fine. And I'm not overly jazzed about this one. Like, it looks good, but that's not Resident Evil to me.
I have zero interest at all. But I think it's there.
I have not been excited, like genuinely excited about a Resident Evil game since 4. 5 did nothing for me. 6 did nothing for me.
Same.
6 was like the weird one, like in the yeah. But I do think it's cool that they're all going to be there. I think all of these remakes that happened recently, like I thought it would have been cool to announce like the Resident Evil Saga will be available. You know?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Because like the remake of 4 is good, the remake of 3, the remake of 2, like all that's good.
Their big closer was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. It's like, wow. Way to let me down with
here's
FUD, guys.
Yeah, so here's the thing about that. And the reason that I don't think it should have ended the show. It doesn't come out for a while. That one said 2026. That's going to be holiday 2026, if I had to guess. That's my guess on that one. No idea.
I mean, what the Three Houses have been done for a while now. This game has been cooking for ages. Like,
sure,
this could be early next year.
Early next year doesn't seem right to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem right.
None of this.
It could be wrong. But with the last game we're going to talk about, and specifically the news that happened with the last game that we are going to talk about, that is why I feel it should have ended the show.
I think that for us it should have ended the show, but I think they end the show with what's going to get them the most excitement. And as much as we love Metroid Prime...
I know, but this looks super fucking generic.
Oh my god, it does. But we don't get it. We don't get Fire Emblem. There are people that do, and those people are jazzed as hell about this. I am genuinely excited for them. This is like a new Fire Emblem game is coming to Switch too. Like, duh. Obviously it is. This just looked. I thought, I was like, oh, is this like a new Bravely Default or Octopath Traveler Trip? Like, it just looked like everything else to me. Yeah, there's nothing about these character designs that excite me. Like, the Xenoblade Chronicles games aren't my bag. I mean, maybe they are.
Sure.
I've never put the time in to play them. But I look at those things and I'm like, that's cool as shit. Like, they just look interesting. They're interesting looking games. I don't find anything interesting about the Fire Emblem games. I wish I did.
I think it just looks kind of generic. Yeah. But what is for us, Chris, is fucking
Beyond
motorcycle riding Samus.
Holy
fucking
shit.
Akira sliding Samus. Let's not bury the lead.
Like, so this starts up, and you got these big, like, I don't know, dynamo-looking things with all this electricity happening, and for some reason, the animation on that was like, this is Metroid. It's like, this just reeks of Retro Studios Metroid to me. And then, like, you get the close-up of the motorcycle, and what's its name? It's got a name.
Oh, does it? I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the same as the suit. They updated the app. It's Viola. It's the Viola suit and the Viola bike. I
was going to say shit. Like, that's Samus, probably wrong then.
Probably. Samus puts the arm cannon into the bike, and it starts to sparks up, and it's just like, holy shit, this is awesome. Samus on a motorcycle, sign me the fuck up. Now there is a huge counter, like a huge backlash to this. There's like a bunch of internet nonsense and been like, this is not what I wanted. You've ruined it. You've made Metroid open world. Metroid's always been open world. That's its thing.
They haven't made it Grand Theft Auto, you twats.
No,
shut up.
Because
that's what they mean when they say open world. They don't mean search action Metroidvania open world. They mean Grand Theft Auto. And maybe that's what they're doing. I doubt it.
Nothing besides this desert looks like that.
Nothing honestly, besides this possible way to interactively travel from location to location as opposed to getting a cutscene in a spaceship. That is what I took from this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who knows how deep this goes? We still know so little about this game. I'm really hoping we get a Metroid Prime 4 Direct at some point, like closer to. Now that we know this isn't until December, we've got
certainly need that before another fucking Air Riders Direct.
Fucking hysterical.
But that's the point. This just in the middle.
What if Sakurai comes out and talks about Metroid Prime 4?
That'd be cool. Then I'll watch it. I'll watch the fucking replay anyway. Like,
oh my god,
that's the thing. Like, this was just in the middle of the show. It was in the middle of the show, and they announced the fucking release date for what you imagine is their 1-2 holiday punch with Pokemon. Even Pokemon comes out a little bit earlier, right? But this is your console exclusive Christmas game. This is Metroid Prime 4. And I know Metroid Prime is not the system seller that, say, Mario is. But this is what you got this year. And you're just like, oh yeah, it comes out December 4th. Like, what? End with that. Because you ended with something that's coming next year.
Good. I
think it looks fucking great. I loved the transition, like the combat on the bike, the fucking Akira's slide, and then going into the like wherever that location was, jumping off of the bike.
Oh god, it's so
like
pretty.
Transitioning right into the first person. Like, I thought it just all looked really cool. I'm really excited to play this. I'm so much more excited to play this one than I was to play Prime 2 or Prime 3.
I'm with you. I like this world that it's in. I love how it looks. I look how clean this all looks. These enemy designs are pretty interesting. I love
the new powers look cool.
Pack of wolves that are running after you.
Yeah, I look
you're
cool.
Fighting these wolves in a snowstorm. This whip that she's got coming out of her hands.
It looked very
really
much
cool.
like The Night Begins to Shine from fucking Teen Titans Go, which, if you've seen it, Cyborg, like, there's a wolf and it's fucking great. It's awesome. That's what I was thinking when I was watching it and made me very happy.
There's this scene that's really interesting here where she's walking on this like something in a storm with these wind turbines, and you're walking, and as you're walking, her left hand comes up to kind of shield her eyes from like the wind, which is super wild. And then like the bridge collapse behind her looks really cool, and then fucking Psylocke is there again. I was afraid in the last trailer that Psylocke was going to be like done, like he was going to show up in the beginning and have that fight, accidentally open the portal, and then the rest of the game happens elsewhere. But no, he follows you to that planet and he's floating, and I want to know what that shit's about. He looks cool as shit. This game looks amazing.
I'm also going to go ahead and guess that he is not the actual boss.
Probably not.
That feels very Void Kong red herring to me. Which, if it's not, that's fine.
Yeah, if it's not, that's fine, but also that could be fun.
I am very happy to have Nintendo tell the story, or Retro Studios, whoever, to tell the story that they want to tell. That's just like the vibe that I get from it.
We're also getting a Metroid Prime 1 through 3 visual retrospective. I don't know, it looks like a book. It looks really cool. I love art books for Metroid Prime. And then you've got the amiibo, which look incredible. They are $30 for Samus, $30 for Psylocke, $40 for Samus on the motorcycle.
It's too fucking much. It's too much money.
$100 for 3 amiibo.
That's crazy.
Fuck me. But
that's fucking crazy.
Again, can you?
That's crazy.
This stuff's been in planning for a while, right?
Yeah.
You know that Nintendo had been working on this stuff for quite some time. So they're like, you know what people really like? Physical goods. Let's do more of that, shall we?
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, getting physical goods into America becomes a shit show, and now we've got $30 and $40 amiibo. Like, they've got all this, like, it still sucks.
It's still insane. It's an insane price to pay. Because, like, you're not wrong.
Bike. I really want.
You're
the
not
Samus
wrong about
bike.
that. But, like, I just went last weekend, I went and picked up Masters of the Universe has done a couple crossover lines, right? They did a crossover line with WWE, which, as problematic as that fucking company is now, I did get the Macho Man Randy Savage one. And then they did a crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I got the Casey Jones Man-at-Arms one. And then they did a crossover with He-Man. And, with He-Man with Thundercats. And I've only picked up one of the figures so far because they made a new character. They made Battle Cat Man. And it's like Battle Cat as like a Thundercat. So like a fucking like up on two legs. It looks incredible. I fucking love it. That thing was $20. And it's got armor and weapons and all types of shit. And it's way bigger than a fucking amiibo is. And sure, that was probably like in the works for a while, but they didn't raise the price on it. You know what I mean? There's the next crossover that Masters of the Universe is doing is with Transformers, and there's a Megatron Armor Skeletor that I will be on the lookout for. That's also going to be $20 or like $22, whatever the standard price for them is now. It's not going to be fucking $40. Because the problem with the amiibo shit is that you're right, like, getting goods into this country is fucking crazy right now, but you Nintendo people are fucking nuts. Also. Like, and I say that lovingly, but you guys are also part of the fucking problem, because you keep selling all the shit out. They don't fucking sit on any stock, because you're just like, whatever, Nintendo, I'll just bend over and take whatever price you give me. Which is insane.
You're like, mostly not wrong, but there is a little bit of something going on. The last couple lines of Amiibo have not sold out because the prices have been high. Right? You can still from launch, you can still find those Street Fighter 6 Amiibo on store shelves. They've been clearanced in a couple of places because they didn't move. Because they can't move at these prices. They're not mass market prices. Like, the things like the N64 controller, only available through the store, those sell out. They don't sell out. Those sell out, I think, because they're done in small enough batches. Like, I don't think there's a ton of them out there. So,
also, we have way better ones on the site. Buy from us.
We do. Yeah. Agreed.
We legitimately, we do. They're better controllers.
So, I think we're starting to get... I'm very curious to see how this Virtual Boy thing goes. Because it is only available on the Nintendo Store for Nintendo Switch Online members. So I don't know... Like, I don't know how scalpers are going to get their way through that to buy a whole bunch of them at a time. So...
Right.
If it is just people actually buying it because they want it, how many people is that actually going to be? Like, how many people are really going to shell out $100 goddamn dollars on top of their pre-existing Switch subscriptions to get this Virtual Boy thing? And how many are going to be made?
I have to imagine it's more than we think, but less than they want. Like, I feel like that's a safe bet. You know, what that number actually is, I have no idea, but...
How many of them are they even making? Like, is this going to be like, we made I don't know, 2,000 worldwide. That's the entire run. Like...
Right.
Okay. And if they cost
I don't know.
What? $25 to make? You're selling them for $100 a pop, even with all the tariff stuff tacked onto there? Like, that's a pretty hefty profit. So...
Yeah.
But it's I'm very curious how they're going to sell. Like, are they going to sell out? Probably the first wave will, but
I have to imagine they will. But maybe not.
I want these Amiibo super bad, but the Metroid Dread Amiibo were able to be found for clearance way down the line, so I'm going to take a risk on these
I saw one of them the other day, actually.
Yeah. So
in like a Best Buy or something. I was like, oh, that's cool that that's still there.
Yeah. So I'm not... I don't need another Samus. Like, the Variasuit Samus looks cool as hell, but I don't need another one.
Yeah.
I have a first four figure statue in basically that pose, and then I have two other Variasuit Samus amiibo, so I'm okay in that department. The red one with her on the bike looks incredible. I want that in my life. It does look really cool. I don't even know where I'd put it. And also, there's a Silex one, and I think that would be great to have next to my Dark Samus one. That's really cool. Yeah. It's a character I don't have. So, we'll see where the future takes us. But yeah, Prime 4 looks incredible. I am super jazzed about this motorcycle thing. I think that's a really, really cool addition. I think people who think that's dumb or jumping the shark, like, why? She flies a fucking spaceship. Why is a motorcycle a bridge too far?
Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah.
I hate fun, and let me tell you all the reasons why.
Oh, they ruined it just like I swear I actually saw this. They ruined it just like they ruined Pokemon. Pokemon had motorcycle characters in it. Now this has a motorcycle, and it's open world, and that means that it's going to be busted just like Pokemon. Like, the development of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are just completely separate. Fucking Retro Studios versus the Pokemon Company. Like, they're not the same thing. Somebody somewhere said, you know what would be cool? Samus on a fucking motorcycle. And everybody in the office was probably like, you're fucking right. Let's put that shit together. Let's do it.
Yeah, it worked in fucking Wind Waker. Like, it's going to be a way to go from place to place.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm very into it. Very, very into it.
I mean, I'll take it back and say I was wrong if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be, though.
No, I don't have... I obviously have mixed feelings on it because I love Prime 1 and I really like Prime 2 and 3. So I have no doubt that I'm going to at least really like it, but I really want this one to get close to recapturing that Prime 1 magic. And it's possible. It's entirely possible. Could be a winner.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it. I think we did it.
That's it. Punching out, Maverick.
Whew. What a day, huh? My Ninja Gaiden still isn't available for pickup. They said they would email me, like, by the end of the day. And guess what? It's 10:41. Best Buy still has not emailed me. I'm kind of pissed about that. Not that I'd be playing it, but still. I pre-ordered this so that I can
You should have it.
Anyways, I'll get around to it as soon as I can. And that's it. That's our show. That's all I got. I can't believe I stayed awake for all this. I woke up so early today. Join us next time for... I didn't finish this. What is next week? Are we back into the 10, 20, 30, 40 already? Yeah. God, September's short.
It really is.
Short-ass month. Yeah, apparently we're doing the 10, 20, 30, 40 next month. So, next week.
That's right.
Next month. God damn it. I'm losing it. So, yeah, that's what we got planned for us.
That's right. Everybody's still got a couple weeks to save up for my birthday, October 2nd. Get me something shiny.
We're on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts, as well as all manner of other fun stuff, like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. If you'd like to get early access to this show's episodes, as well as a bevy of other shows on the Geekade Podcast Network, check out our Patreon, also linked to in the show notes. It helps keep this show running week after week, and all our patrons are loved and appreciated. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ali. You can learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. And finally, we'd like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making this show listenable for all you folks, and we'd like to thank all you folks for listening in the first place. That is it. On behalf of Dan and myself, keep playing games.